Hello, and happy Tuesday evening, and welcome to another round of our everyone's favorite game, Rogue Trader. At least that's one of my favorite games at the moment. So there's that, where we continue to explore the Expanse. But I think today we might just make the way to our actual next objective over here, Mundus Valancius. Where we have to restore the operation of the administrative apparatus on Dargonus. So that is which one is it? Here. So that is one of the two worlds we still have left to deal with after securing the agri world on Janus, which is also working on the next project. However, oh, look at that. Mantine, Promethean, colonized, Plasteel 7. So are those the ones I am mining right now, or are those the ones that are still open to grab? Promethean 5. Speaking of stuff open to grab, I need to get my little note sheet here for future reference. Okay. So yeah, last time we did a little detour here to this area, and I could keep going here into the west. If this is the west, I'm just claiming that this is like west. Without that there's anything like west, north, or south, or east on the galactic map, but from my perspective that's west, so there we go. So yeah, I could just take this trade route here, just go to the Pillars of Viridice, Crossroads of 100 Dreams, and then straight to Mundus Valancius, but there's also some unexplored worlds here. And so I think I will take the long way around, explore that, and then go to Mundus Valancius. Might lead to a bunch of random encounters along the way and such, but well, that's also XP to be gained, so nothing wrong with that. How's our void ship looking? We are in decent shape, full health. We also could upgrade our hull integrity. It's expensive, but we have a lot of scrap right now, so we could downgrade the hull even. Interesting. So almost at 200. Next one will cost me 215. Also getting close to the next level. All posts are staffed. Why doesn't the shield master have any skills? Weird. Okay, let's go to the study of prophecy. Everything went fine. Tedicus Epsilon could be next. It's tempting to go to Adamat 2, but can I use redeems? Why not? Oh, you need to save. Okay, so there's nothing technically wrong. Okay, I'm relieved. Also, hey Beans, how you doing, man? Nice to see you here. Okay, make it a bit safer.
That's a lot of clankers.
There you go, man. Can I actually gift you, like, points? Would be cool if there were, like gamble things you can do, where you can win points. What about to use one? Duty officer reported an incident in the shuttle repair bay. A security team was dispatched in response to a distress signal, but when they arrived, they discovered that the shuttle repair crew had doubled in number. Somehow, every crew member now had an identical twin, but each assured the enforcers that they were the real one. The enforcers immediately opened fire, killing everyone in the bay. The duty officer awarded the squad a commendation for their vigilance and efficiency. What's a few deckhands? Your pies, welcome man, how you doing? We should make a big play, although didn't you? I thought you had settled already on the Squirrel game. Yeah, Squirrel Stapler. Only 1 hour long. Well, as it says in the description, so long as you don't make me play like Final Fantasy 13 or whatever, you're good, so don't feel too restrained in terms of what you can do and what you can't. do? Zip, zip, zip. Okay, Silence of Mersegrid. Where there is space combat, which I would like to do, but it's actually too tough at the moment because it's a bloody cruiser. Okay. Colonies have done something. I bring woeful news, Lord Captain. Prelate Tarchius of the Order of the Hammer has passed away. Immediately after the launch of the Orbital Vox Spire, he entered the halls of recording and, having sat on the command throne, was granted a vision. For over 3 days, Prelate Tarchius preached about Saint Ignatius being reincarnated in a body made from the saint's own holy relics. The spiritual feat depleted Prelate Tarchius' strength, and he peacefully departed for the Emperor's throne shortly after the sermon's conclusion. The Order's elders believe this to be a sign that St. Ignatius' relics, currently stored on planets throughout the expanse, must be brought together. The Order is preparing for the election of a new prelate, under whose guidance it will undertake this holy mission. The majority of the votes are divided between Pererus Lugnalia, well known for her fervor, and the merciful Cholera Tychon. The minority of the Order sees the Oikonomos Nigmus, a humble and reasonable man, as their prelate. P4 is only 80 hours. That's pretty long. Let's not go for that. I already have like an 80-hour game with this one. Need an obedient prelate. Profit factor. Okay, let's go through all the options. Does Prelate Tectacus Deathmoth strike us on? I'm afraid it does not. This Team Tectacus began his service as a battle missionary, and has long grown weary of the peaceful life befitting a man of his status. He yearned for a worthy spiritual feat, and, when presented with the chance to serve as the voice of a saint, he gave what little strength remained. When he died, he was exhausted, but content. How does the Order intend to carry out St. Ignatius' mission? The Conclave aims to procure all the relics that once belonged to St. Ignatius, all that can possibly be procured. Given that the saint is a legendary figure, many items in the Cronus Expanse have an alleged connection to him. However, it seems unlikely that any of the relics' owners will be eager to part with them. The answer to the question of how the Order of the Hammer is going to retrieve them depends on the identity of its next prelate. Wish to know more about the candidates. Pererus Lugnalia was converted by Tarchius on one of the heathen worlds. She then served as his bodyguard for many years and eventually became the protector of the Order's reliquary and the leader of its military branch. As for Brother Tychon, he is an aristocrat by birth. He had an excellent education and could have lived in luxury had he not renounced secular life for the sake of ascetic vows. He is intelligent, thoughtful, well-read, and, most importantly, genuinely merciful. Few things can be said about the Oikonomos Nigmus. He has never been famous for his prowess in battle or sermons, but the monastery has never wanted for anything on his watch. He is a most reasonable and unobtrusive individual. There is another candidate as well, Elder Anakrent, but his flock is very small. Anakrent belongs to the Malpians and was recently accepted into the Order. The priesthood assumes that, as an abbot, he would not push hard for the searching of shrines, but, on the contrary, preach the bliss of ignorance, hindering the comprehension of St. Ignatius' wisdom. But let's not pick that guy. What my companions say? I have sympathy for Prioress Nuglania. Let her meet with Reverend Hieronymus on footfall. Should he accept her as a worthy leader, we ought to support her. A careful and sensible Oikonomos sounds like a safer bet to me than a fanatic or clever aristocrat. The voices say that he has few paltry secrets, and knowledge of those secrets guarantees us his loyalty. Brother Tychon, he and I have met, back when he was called Tychon Driveston. He wasn't a monk back then. He was grandson and heir to Urbant, governor of Dargonus. An honorable young man with a spark in his eyes. His ascension would mean much to the Drivestones. Let's see. Lugnalia gives me a lot of points with the Druzans. But I'm afraid that it will like spark some kind of war in the sector or something when they go hunting for relics. Because, as my guy said, any current owners of this stuff will probably not part with it lightly. Security and profit factor increase. Or the elder guy. Allies gain 3 wounds 7 times each and every day. But increases 77 prayers for the rogue trader's health. How kind. And this would buff the planet rather nicely. This would give me long profit factor, which I kinda like. The start of each battle, the rotator's party gains 10 momentum. I'm kinda inkling towards the aristocrat guy though. He's educated, he's merciful, blah blah blah. Sounds like a good bet for a leader guy. Dugalia, I don't know. I like the points, but it's just going to lead to trouble further down the road. Let's pick this guy. Abelard, see to it that House drives and thanks us for the assistance we provided to their kin. Will do. I bet Urban never thought the boy would be of any use to the family. Now we will have to endure a decade of him boasting about the drive to blood that always strives for great heights. Brother Tychon has been chosen as the prelate of the Order of the Hammer. Peaceful emissaries departed from Foulstone for many planets to form alliances and reinforce spiritual ties with the holders of St. Ignatius relics. This diplomatic mission will undoubtedly require sizable financial support. House Riveston has been informed of the honor granted to their family and has humbly requested to cover all expenses related to Prelate Tychon's endeavors. Ha! I don't have to spend a single penny. Yeah, nice. So how are you two doing, guys? How are you two doing? Okay, I got some contracts, they said. Blood and Nephium. Oh no, that's the Winter Skull stuff. What's this? Prelate Tychon of the Order of the Hammer wishes to send messengers to worlds that serve as the resting places of St. Ignatius relics to form spiritual bonds with their current keepers. I do have the profit factor required. I gain points with everyone, even the Bloody Navy. Granting achievements on various games. What kind of games? And I do like those Navy points. Because Navy points are the hardest to get. But I don't lose the profit factor, do I? I don't lose the profit factor, please. 36. I don't lose the profit factor. Nice. That means that I can now go to the bridge. Rotate all of memory 2, dark with a bunch of games I want to 100%. You're really driven, you know that? Like, I'm just happy if I can finish a game in my lifetime. And you're going like all the way, 100%, all or nothing. Maybe you would be a good poker player. Oh no, Beanman has gone all in again. He must have a great hand. I was just bluffing, bro. So where's good shipping? Ah, I'm level 3 already. Nice. And I think I can push that even higher. Wait. Let me check something. If I put jewelry, miscellaneous, Mechanicus, no ship components, no. I don't have any parts to sell anymore. So I need to destroy more enemy ships. Only 100% goes that I somewhat like and are easy. He was trying to build a reputation for you, and you don't need to like be all humble now. Okay, can I get a interesting shield? 10 more points of protection for each sector and doubled against kinetic attacks, whatever kinetic attacks are, but I'm going to get it anyway. Better armor plating, 1 more point damage negation on all sides. Better torpedoes. Yep, 1 more torpedo, same damage, but it's 1 more torpedo, so yes. What's that? Riser pattern plasma battery? I already have a riser pattern plasma battery, so no. Compound void shield. Okay, it doesn't have double against anything, but it just has more points straight up. Yes. And the pattern void shield array prototype. 95. Yeah, nice. Let's get that. What can I get on 4? Slightly better engine, alright. And better armor, nice. Sunhammer lance. 11. What's the max level again? 15. So, ooh, heavy flamer. What's this? Why can't I? Oh, not enough profit factor. Granted, there a 15% dodge reduction bonus for attacks with melee weapons. Grants the wearer a 5 bonus to parry reduction if the wearer has conviction iconoclast. All allies gain hit chance against enemies adjacent, etc, etc, etc. Heavy flamer. It's a heavy flamer. Could set stuff ablaze. What about the Mechanicus people? Targeting visor. Better hit chance. Oh no, it's Eldar equipment, never mind. Filthy aliens. Kasbalika doesn't have anything for me. Pirates? Nothing. Okay. Then where's my ship? Void ship management. Let's see here. Armor. Better armor. So 1 more damage reduction. Bam, on all sides. There we go. And ramming. Okay, that's ramming stuff. Maneuverability. Oh! Ah, there it is. The higher the ship's maneuverability rating, the fewer assaults must travel. Wait, I did have the other engine. Where was it? Okay, it's the same. I kinda like this one, the lathe pattern. Let's keep that. Okay, shield. 70 points, doubled against blast. So not sure what blast is. I'm assuming that... like, kinetic is probably stuff like normal cannons, because they fire actual shells. And blast is probably stuff like plasma batteries and such. But it's never explained anywhere. Sadly enough. Macro cannons? Doesn't say. Doesn't say. Okay, so 95 points, doubled against blast. 25 points more. Always 120 on all sectors, let's go with that. It's almost double. Better torpedo tubes, yes. There we go. That's the bad armor plating. Batteries, etc, etc, etc. Okay, I think I'm good. Maybe now I have a fighting chance against that cruiser. Maybe. We're gonna find out. Get some void combat going. Was it this system? Space Combat is available in this system. No. Which system had the cruiser? 100 Dreams. Okay, that's the next one. No wait, that's crap. I have to through it. Okay, maybe I can, after going there, I can just make a quick trip there. And then blast them out of the sky. Let's go to Langren's belt first. The clan servicing the Void Shield Arrays petitioned the Lord Captain for aid. Compartments were becoming overrun with putrescent fungal corruption. The mycelium claimed one chamber after another. The thick black spores poisoned the rotator's servants, causing their eyes to burst and their veins to swell until their skin ruptured. The clan was issued reinforced unirobes and gas masks so they could keep working while the soldiers burned away the infestation. Damage taken. Just another day. Just another normal day in the warp. Ah, that went swimmingly. Nothing wrong. Okay, Mundus Nullius or Latotian's Passage. This one is safer. Let's go here first. The steady rhythm of life aboard the vessel was disrupted when, on the fourth watch of the voyage, the lower decks had their gravity reversed. The stunned denizens of the afflicted sectors were woken up by being torn from their assigned beds and tossed under the ceiling. Ouch. Numerous injuries and fatalities were reported. The difficulties in performing regular duties due to the gravity reversal continued at the end of the journey. After the ship exited the warp, the gravity returned to the accepted norm, an event that once again was accompanied by deaths and injuries among the crew. I've had so many events where just people died during travels, that's the one day of anyone left. Number 4. Okay, let's go. What does Mundus Nullius have for us? No space combat. Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Eh? Eh? Why did it just disappear? Smuggler's cash. Oh yeah, medkits and stuff, nice. But I want to Google it, and I just hope it's not a bug or something. Let me just check that. Rogue Trader, Mundus Nullius Starship remains. There, it's even. Are they bugged? I've tried to go to them, but when I get there, they just click and disappear. Ah, I collected scrap apparently. Yeah, it's a bit more apparently, yeah. Whoops, insight gained. 20 scrap, yeah, I should keep that open more often. The Argos have detected wreckage in the Void Ship's vicinity, but the exact nature of the wreckage remains unclear. Look for the source. Events of a disaster that could produce such debris. Okay. And it's gone. No scrap this time. Plasteel 2, that's not enough, but let's note it down. Mundus Nullius. Mundus Nullius. So much plasteel in the galaxy, I could become the bloody plasteel baron. Plasteel 2. Nothing, just a gas giant. And Valley of Sleep. The crew has discovered a hidden valley littered with thousands of animal skeletons. Organizer suggests that some kind of sleeping gas vents here. It's likely the animals either don't realize that they are headed for a deadly trap or even come to here to die on purpose. Medicae, it's a 50% chance. Come on. Fuck. Numerous cases of poisoning, thankfully none proved fatal. Lucky me. And I don't get another chance. Okay, shame. But such is life. I probably would have gotten some extra resources like chemicals or something. So I can go to Latotian's passage, which is a bit safer. Still no single route to this entire corner here. But since this is Winterscale's realm, so like a rival rogue trader, I assume that this will become available later in another chapter of the game. Nothing at all, okay. Little dead end. Ah, there's some ships. Good. Unidentified ruins, let's do them later. Let's secure the system first. Adamantine 2. Wonders of nature. This lone mountain chain is composed entirely of a mineral with a shiny mirror-like surface. The mineral itself has no particular value for production, but its properties make this place incredibly beautiful. The sky is brilliantly reflected in the many surfaces of the plateaus. Oddly shaped rocks, stone arches and columns. The view is especially stunning on clear starry nights, or when aurora trails dance in the sky. The enraptured crew have asked the Lord Captain's permission to visit this remarkable place. Yeah, come on, let's give them some short leave. They've been scooped up on the boat forever, and I've had like, I don't know how many deaths. The short leave passed without incident, and the ship's officers talked about it for weeks afterward. The place made a particular impression on Lady Hidari, and she could be heard saying over and over, "This would make a fine spot for a palace," and "Pity you can't bring highborns here on tours." Yeah, tourist attraction, that's maybe not the worst idea. Okay, the Latotian's passage has an Aventine. And this little note sheet here is almost full. Adamantine 2. Okay, let's repair the ship. Spend some scrap. And let's hope that this is not another cruiser, or a battle cruiser, or a battleship, or anything of the kind. As soon as you draw close to the unknown ship, it points its loaded cannons directly at you. Several other ships emerge from the shadows of drifting asteroids, tightly encircling you. Captain Zantala Bush offers a mocking greeting and a proposition. You can buy your way out of this, but the price must be to her soul's satisfaction. The outrageous suggestion sends the crew into a fury. You are in a no-win scenario. You can enter an uneven fight and lose everything, or shamefully pay to save your skin, sacrificing only your pride. I'm going to blast them, of course. How dare they threaten me? An unwinnable situation, my ass. Sassy and faces like
I lift up my voice in prayer for this vessel and its hallowed guns.
Okay, there are frigates. That's frigates, actually. Frigates, destroyer. Okay, the Cobras are easy. The frigates... The frigates could be a match for me, but we'll find out. Let's see. Weak point. Why is it always the bloody rear? Always. Okay. Torpedo tubes.
Torpedoes
go.
Locked.
Let's see. Starbreaker lands.
This one's going down.
The front shield is weakened. If I go here, I don't have them in my battery yet, but if I go here... Yep, I can do a frontal battery shot. Not much. At least not yet. That's better, slightly better. If I make like a sharp turn, I can also use the port battery on them. Also through their weak frontal shield, yep.
Onward!
Which didn't work for some reason.
The time has come.
Still, I think I'm doing okay so far. Ah, they got through the shield, okay. Broadside combat. Torpedoes of their own, but they can't hit me. I'm behind them, so that's not going to work. Oh. They could be troublesome. Okay, torpedoes. I could go for the Cobra. Try to destroy that immediately, or try and hit them in the back, where they're also vulnerable. One cell radius. Let's try and destroy the frigate.
I hear their dying pleas.
Oh, it actually worked. Complete destruction. Nice. Okay, what can we do? Swing run. Do a U-turn. I think I want to go like here and then... Okay, we need to restore the shields, definitely.
Macro cannons, volley!
Not enough yet.
Fire the lance batteries! An opening! Our gun batteries await your command!
Okay. I go there. I don't have them in range. Could also try and do a sharper turn, perhaps. Come to a new heading, then I could maybe go like here and blast them with the prow battery one more time. Let's try a new heading. Do I go like here? Yep.
Onward!
Oh, it hit. Why does this hit their other? I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't even go for the Cobra if I go like this. Okay, restart the shields. And hope for the best. That's going to be tight. Ah, dear. But this should be winnable. I can avoid the torpedoes, that's good. That goes for my front shield. That too. Okay, I have almost no hit points left, but at least my shields are up again. I can fire more torpedoes. Let's see. Dorsal. Can. Let's start with the prow battery on this one.
Strewn across the stars. Bleed them.
Good, that's one down.
Macro cannons, volley!
Almost. Almost. But at least it's fleeing, so that's also one less that troubles me. So we go like this one and then use the torpedoes so they can circle around this. They will probably... But I'll put torpedoes here. If they turn this way, I can just go zip. If they turn this way, I might still be able to circle around.
Lay in the course.
Not sure if it will work, but it's my best shot. Let's see. 2 more range. Not sure if it will be enough. Ah, not quite. Tide is too far.
Unleash our vengeful salvos!
There's a waste then. I could also put some more distance between them and me. That didn't look very spectacular, but I could have done that in this direction and then shot them in the back. Ah, well. Oh, well. Get no more torpedo trouble from them. Yeah, the falchion has to turn. I'm too far. Perfect. In the next round, the torpedoes should be able to hit them. Right. Now it's a question of maneuvering. Let's also go for another weak point. And it's the front this time. Okay, so it can be something else than the rear. Good to know. Good to know.
Set the course.
Just have to avoid actual health damage for a little bit longer and then I'm fine. Torpedo control, granting it 5 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah. Close but not good enough. Yeah, you try and run. Go ahead. Also turns its front toward me, so that's also good. Yeah, perfect. That's not perfect, but I'm holding. Okay, this is not good. Not sure how sharp this thing can turn. Could also... Is this close enough? Did it damage? No, it didn't. Okay, pity?
Annihilate them!
Pity? Okay. Then. Dorsal, just go for the front. Just go straight through. It missed. Why of all things did that miss? Would have been perfect. Okay, I can shoot the port battery from there.
Another salvo!
Yep. They're going to run. They are going to run, and I still have the starboard battery as well.
Fire right now! For the glory of the Imperium!
Got him. Nice. Now if I do a strafe, then they can't hit me. Like that. And they might still be able to hit me, I'm not sure.
Onward!
Let's hope they can't. Please can't. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Yes, yes. Perfect. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. This one is far too far away, so I can't catch that for more extra loot, but I guess the pirates are done for. Victory is mine. Nice. Get some ship parts. Perfect. So much for that. The repairs are costly, but that's alright. See if I can sell the loot I found immediately to the Navy and maybe even upgrade my standing with them and get even better equipment. Still, it was a close shave. I could have died had I like eaten one torpedo salvo or something. There are some level ups. Okay, let's pack that to cargo and that. The Navy is just 100 points away from level 4, so... And I can sell them Void Pirate trophies. Ain't that nice? Even more Void Pirate trophies. Let's go, 600 points. 4. So what do you have for me? A better engine and... better armor. So it protects the same amount as I have right now on the sides, but it protects more on the front. So I can't complain about that. Let's go. What's on the next one? There's the Sunhammer Lance, medium range lance weapon. Dealing 60 to 70 damage. Within a wide firing arc, okay. And... short burning plasma torpedoes. What are short burning torpedoes? Are they faster? Same damage, less torpedoes, but I guess short burning is just faster. Because that was the case in Battlefield Gothic. Okay, so armor. 5 points on each side will get replaced by 9 points on the 4 and 5 on all other sides. There we go. Oh yeah, and the better engine. So 1 more speed and strong acceleration and braking. Nice. How much for an upgrade? Ah, come on, let's go. So we have beaten the 200. I am pleased. I'm quite pleased. What I should also do though is level up my people here. Okay, it's just 1 characteristic. Fellowship, ballistic skill, agility, willpower, weapon skill, toughness. Maybe weapon skill. Fellowship, I mean. Let's go. Common talent. Power weapon, flame weapon proficiency. You already have this feature, you already have this feature, you already have this feature. Alright. What could she get? Stronger together? No, no heresy. Nah, definitely not her. Tech use. She's quite skilled at almost everything. That's... Hey. Chain weapon, combat master, dueling mastery, laser weapons. What do her weapons count as anyway? Yeah, I know. Just cancel that for now. Exotic, okay. So they don't benefit from... They don't benefit from the laser or solid projectile upgrades. So more fellowship then, and... yeah. More wounds, plasma, bolter. Or I guess just more characteristic training, agility. She already has the fellowship stuff. More Xenos lore perhaps. More ballistic skill. Oh no, she already has the ballistic skill. Intelligence, willpower, toughness, agility maybe? Even more Xenos lore. Yeah, let's go. Give her the Xenos lore. And you get... You already have willpower maxed. Okay, then perception could be a good next bet. Intelligence, weapon skill. So Cassia has some more. And a common talent. Psychic barrage, veil degradation decrease. Weak cards suffer more damage. Armor penetration could be good. Critical hit chance. Let's go for that. Okay. Still don't think I'm ready for the Chaos Cruiser though. I mean, 2 frigates already pushed me quite hard. And the cruiser has double their firepower basically. Those went smoothly enough, although many crew members reported strange incidents while they were asleep. They sensed someone approaching them and laying a hand on their forehead. Then their hands seemed to pass through their skin, through their skull, and with tender motions, sorted their jumbled thoughts into some sort of order. The Magos Pasqal noted that the mysterious incident had allowed him to remember a few highly obscure tech rituals, which it seemed he had never studied in the first place. There's beneficial results too, eh? Do we go to Mundus Valancius or do we go to Nama 4 first? Let's go to Mundus Valancius. Let's make it a bit safer. During the warp journey, the August discovered a strange object that had been following the rotator's voyage for several hours. Judging by the distorted telemetry, it was a strange-shaped vessel of Xeno origin. The unidentified pursuer tried to approach the void ship several times, allowing the August to observe the shimmering energy sails unfurled among the shifting currents of the warp. The strange chase ended after the mysterious ship vanished into the depths of the Sea of Souls. Sounds like Eldar ships to me. Ah, more systems here. So we are getting closer to the Scenaris Maleficum. Wait, I forgot something completely. I forgot to assign new projects. I forgot to assign new projects. So all the rank 2, almost all the rank 2 stuff is done except for this one. It's dirty though, I'm not sure why I like that. This requires more navy reputation and a bit Prometheum. Charge ability grants additional damage equal to the rarest willpower bonus against demons and Xenos. That's quite good. Profit factor, Drusian reputation, and complacency. Crusade. 10 damage to all characteristics to warp encounter battles. 20 damage against demons, just like that. Security for all colonies. I don't have the bonfires of righteousness. Ah. Shame. This does have quite interesting stuff. Maintenance profit factor. Hammer of Epiphany. I guess for now, just do the dirty bureaucracy. So do need more profit factor. But do I want to do dirty? I'm not sure. What does Janus have to offer? Efficiency -1, complacency +2. I get that helmet for Psyker. Against demons. Could be good for Heinrichs, for example. What else can we build here? Nothing, actually. Nothing. Not the reputation with those guys. I can't do it anyway. Still no mechanisms. And then I have reputation for that with those guys. Profit factor, xenotech, and chemicals. What's this? Giants. But look at giants. Okay, aber Gamma, okay. Profit factor provisions. Need more planets. I need more planets. When in doubt, save. That's a good idea. Lord Captain, Master Helms on the line. Can report that the quest for the capital ward of the Valancius dynasty is finally at an end. Dargonus is straight ahead. We have received countless greetings. Your subjects would like to know when their master will be arriving. The merchant captains taking refuge on the orbital docks of the Dargonus race to send you priceless welcoming gifts, hoping to buy your favor and make an impression on the rogue trader. Tell Dargonus the rogue trader is coming home. Will be done, Lord Captain. After the connection to the Master Helmsman is cut, the device crackles with Mechanicus' voice. Lord Captain, I will be pleased to accompany you during your visit to Dargonus so I can personally introduce Achilles Scalander, a servant of the Golden Throne who previously attended Lady Theodora on Dargonus. I am counting on your benevolence. The vox casts and the click. Well, when the Inquisition says, I count on your benevolence, they say, do it. They don't know the meaning of no. For Phlogiston, not bad. But I only have the one extractium at the moment, so... Treating surface topography, it is possible that the molten rock of the mantle poured out as a consequence of the natural catalysm or collision with the celestial body. But I need his mechanisms at the moment. Phlogiston 4. Nothing at all. What's that ship doing there? Wait, I forgot to explore something. Lord Captain, a transport shuttle bearing the markings of the adapted Mechanicus is approaching the ship. Magos Tarsuz' delegation intends to board our ship and get an audience with your lordship. This is exactly how they phrased it. He intends, not humbly requests. I like his confidence. Many of my tech comrades neglect diplomacy when interacting with the laity. It is regrettable. Tell them to get lost and answer menace. No. What do they want? Punish them for the disrespect by letting them dock at the farthest and most dilapidated airlock so that it takes them an eternity to traverse the ship. Now what do they want? The honorable servants of the Messiah have ignored our request. Such arrogance is hardly trivial. It rather appears to be part of their intimidation tactics. Do I want to piss off the Mechanicus? I think I am the better man. So I'll just receive them. And pretend that I didn't notice how shitty they were to me. It will be done, Lord Captain. Requesting permission to be present at the audience granted to my tech comrades. Yeah, sure. Yep, that looks a good party. Let's keep the heretics away from the official business. And only have the proper people here. Oh, Optic 122 is here too. Vicar, Adept, Scutarius. Ah, it's that room. In the tutorial with the tank, I remember that. Let's see what they want. A group dressed in the crimson of the priesthood of Mars walks toward you. Their gazes are fixed on Pasqal. You note that the group is not monolithic. Some of its members are more heavily armed and follow a large tech priest clad in battle armor. Others keep a respectful distance and cast inquiring looks at their own leader, whose hunched posture belies his tall frame. Despite the hood hiding his face, you recognize him as Opticon 22, whom you counted on footfall. The enormous tech priest points his hand at Pasqal and lets out a booming roar not unlike a factory alarm. Makes your very bones vibrate. Herald servo skulls marked with the emblem of the cog follow in his wake. They blare shrilly. Thou shalt not suffer a heretic in thy forge, for rest begets rest. Pasqal Henneman, in the name of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you are under arrest, oh dear. The hunched servant of the Omnissiah turns to you. Diplomacy mode engaged. Announcement. The Adeptus Mechanicus offer their apologies, would like to inform you of the necessity of conducting an operation to detain, arrest, terminate a faulty unit on the Rogue Trader's territory. Study the True Priests of Mars. You identify the rare armor the enormous tech priest is wearing as a Secutor's plated mechanized suit. It carries the imprints of many battles and has markings that announce its status as a relic. Some of the armor's damage looks fairly severe, to the point of endangering its operation. The slivers of flesh revealed under the steel are marked with terrible chemical burns. Every now and then, convulsions shake the tech priest's body, and a painful sounding hiss comes from his vox. The tall tech priest who spoke to you looks more peaceful and makes a point of not drawing his weapon. There's an air of concern about the way he frequently glances over at his fellow, scrutinizing his condition. Who are you? In a burst of chattering, the servo skulls hasten to translate their master's mighty Beneric howl. An instrument of the Omnissiah authorized to punish and exact vengeance, known by the designation Tarzus Henneman. How many Hennemans are there? Holy shit. Identification codes recognized and confirmed. These units are who they declare themselves to be. On what charge are you trying to arrest a member of my retinue? This heretic is accused of stealing personal identification codes, spreading tech heresy on the world of Kiaba Gamma, and making an attempt on the life of a servant of the Omnissiah. The deafening roar from the tech priest's vox makes you grimace in pain. You touch your ear and notice blood on your fingers. The faulty unit will be removed. In the name of the Omnissiah, I condemn you! Lightning flashes across the warrior's armor. Agony resounds in the blare of his vox alarm. In contrast, Pasqal speaks quietly and coldly. You are malfunctioning, tech comrade. I deem your logical conclusions questionable. The statement is false. Tech brother Tarzus Henneman is willingly undergoing holy torment deterioration, which, however, does not critically affect his cognitive capacity for data analysis. Unit calling itself Pasqal Henneman, we have information that implicates you. Having learned that you are a member of the retinue, a maintenance specialist in the service of Rogue Trader Valancius, we have come here with the goal of meeting you, intercepting you, engaging you in combat. Whichever applies. Get off my planet. You will regret it. Wait a minute, what is happening on Kiaba Gamma? The planet belongs to me. According to Vox interception data, the planet's fabricator sensor made incorrect, blasphemous modifications to manufacturing working procedures, which qualifies as a lapse into sacrilege. The Adeptus Mechanicus are hereby officially notifying the House of Valancius of having commenced an investigation into operation to remove fabricator sensor Cubus Delphin. Estimated time to procedure completion, 3.7 solar years. Our data suggests that the unit which used Magos Explorator Henneman's identification code performed an unauthorized upgrade on the planetary Vox array and introduced data deemed to be scrap code into its operation. This fact points to this unit's criminal complicity with the heretic Cubus Delphin. Or maybe he just stole the code, perhaps? Do you have proof that this tech priest is who he claims to be? Confirmed. According to the archive entry 1E99237, Magos Explorator Tarzus Henneman served on, maintained, the ship, identifier classified, in the capacity of a reliquary caretaker. He sustained extensive damage to both the organic and the sacred part of his body in a series of sacrilegious breaches of the right of operation in assassination attempt. Owing to a specifically fortunate coincidence by the Omnissiah's grace, enough of his operational capacity was preserved for him to don a Goliath model sacred battle harness, which would preserve his vital functionality. Archive entry personally, data sealed by the captain of the identifier classified. The sound from the tech priest's vox is like the moan of a bending steel beam. The server skull declares, "For vengeance I thirst as I tread the path of vengeance, following a blasphemous miscreant's bloody tracks." Analysis of the security system showed that the assassins heretics infiltrated the reliquary using Tech Brother Tarzuz's unique identification code. Someone had stolen, duplicated Brother Tarzuz's identity, which is a grade 3 transgression. And the unit making the allegedly criminal claim of being Pasqal Hanneman is known to have previously entered the stolen code. But if they already have established that code stealing is a thing, then maybe someone is also stealing Pascal's code and messing around with that. I'm not handing Pasqal over to you unless I see evidence. Let us get to the bottom of this matter together. Request approved. Ready to work in cooperative mode. Tarzus gives you a haughty look and lets out a howl of wrath. Archiving. Tech Brother Tarzus opposes lay participation in the investigation search for the truth. The unit Opticon 22 advises in favor of the House Valancius representative's participation request. Persuasion. Let's try the persuasion thing. Pasqal has accompanied me on my travels for a while now, and I can swear to it that he is no criminal. Request for cooperation reviewed and accepted. I request Tech Brothers Tarzus consent to the co-participation of representatives of the Valancius dynasty in the investigation proceedings. A sacrilegious conspiracy. I refuse help from lay persons. I am a cog of the Deus Mechanicus that grinds down corruption, and I will carry out the sentence immediately. Don't do it. Pasqal freezes, but green sparks light up in his visor. He extends a hand towards Tarzus and replies in a clanging voice, "Let the cycle be discontinued." You realize Pascal's words are coming from both his own vox and Tarzus's. Then every sensor on the executioner's battle harness lights up at once, blindingly, and the wounded armored Leviathan lets out a deafening roar of pain. Attention! Priority notification. Service units of the Kappa supply line are unauthorized to confront the rogue trader. Command, retreat and reinitiate negotiations. Why are my people leaving?
Suffer not the heretic to
Oh, they're just... okay.
Surrender to the dark
They leave it just to
powers.
me and him. This is a diplomatic incident in the making. Oh well. Oh well. Cassia go to cover. Agenta go here. Abelard take points. Pasqal go here. Heinrichs take that cover for now.
Already done. All too easy.
Let's buff the man. Okay. Rhea.
Not a
I'm
problem
at to
for
range
me.
people. Can I place it so that... no.
Suits my purposes.
Dodge on myself. And front line on
Nothing
these
I
guys.
can't do. Already done. All too easy. Not a problem for me.
Okay, that's enough buffs for now. Could have someone run. Let's not. Cassia. Let's give him a glimpse of fate.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
I do. I do insist. The degradation is still at 0, so we don't need that.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Another flower painted black.
Momentum already, that's good. Let's see, Scutarius has that turn and then Tarsuz. Okay, then let's...
That is foolishness.
Target is too far, I can't... Okay. Okay. Oh, it's a melee fighter as well. Ow. Okay, at least Abelard parried quite nicely. How does he keep attacking? Is he in some kind of frenzy mode? Aggressive protocol. Grants 5 damage stacks. Okay. Aggressive protocol. Suffers some direct damage but gains a stacking 5 damage bonus. At the end of its turn, the creature makes one attack against everyone within its melee range. Okay, the damage keeps stacking then. Higher and higher and higher. That's not good. Could go through there.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
Let's do that one. Then do some shooting.
Why I was chosen.
Can kill them on Servitor. There we go, one kill. And then... This won't be enough. This won't be enough. I can do one more single shot. Oh no, I can do a burst fire too. Okay, good. Good.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Why I never can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Another one down, and another buff. My deadly little super sister, Pasqal. Need some prey designations here. You are level 2 guy, level 2, level 2, level 4.
Running binaric override. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
So I could go for a guaranteed critical hit. Allies weapons recall, let's put that on them all. There we go. Some analyses. I can't even harm them because they are also because they are machines, at least partially. That's good. So I could do quite good damage against those guys. Make it guaranteed critical too.
Request approved. Insignificant value.
One kill, excellent. Have a lot of damage, but I can damage this one. There we go. Alright. Not a bad start. Abelard goes here, please. Let's put him maybe even here.
My place is at the fore.
So he ties up the Servitor as well.
I will do my duty.
Let's see,
It
what do we
will be
need
done.
most? Endure. And Wall of Rockreed, I guess.
High momentum.
I think I will use him to finish off the sharpshooter. Wait, no, let's throw the bus around first. So more resolve for everyone. More strength for you.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Yep, he's going to die. And do so soon. What else can we do? Death Whisper. Doesn't count for my attack limit, but I can't move anyway, so might as well just attack him normally.
Let's see to it. Be gone.
So there goes that one. MP gain. Dispatch could also be good. Let's wait for another round. Pull him a bit away so I don't suffer his area attacks anymore.
Indeed.
Almost done with the servitor here. Good. Which I should even be able to finish myself.
Nothing I can't do.
No. I can't. Oh well.
Already done. All too easy.
Cassia. Another glimpse of fate on Heinrichs. Let's try something. Let's try and pull the servitor out of there. Opportunity attack, he's done. Good.
If I may.
Don't want to finish Tarsuz just like that. With Cassia. It's too easy. So let's not do it.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Throw another buff around.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
I've suffered worse.
Okay, I could easily just shoot him to pieces, but it's just too easy.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
You could do worse, but
No,
not
she even
by
harmed
much.
him. What a rare sight. Yeah, if I start shooting, he's dead, so... It's fun and all, but... It's actually not. Maybe he can do it. Be fitting as he defends his honor.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Yeah, he could pull it off. Can I get some more damage out of that? Oh, how fitting. Machine Spirit Banishment. Yeah, kill him like that.
Successfully terminated.
Who's the master of the machine? Requesting cessation of hostilities. Help your brother. The unit that called itself Tarsus Hanneman is dead, has been disabled. This material asset is beyond restoration or reuse as spare parts. After a pause, Pasqal bows his head, and a Menaric requiem pours out of his vox. Despite his misconceptions, he was a servant of the Omnissiah. I am sorry that you had to kill a comrade. I also regret, have a negative assessment of this event. The adeptus Mechanicus still accused the unit identifying itself as Pasqal Hanneman of criminal theft of a unique identification code. Unlike Tech Brother Tarsuz, I am not authorized to immediately execute the unit, but neither am I authorized to drop the inquiry. There are no apostates among us. The piercing voice from the Vox synth is more overwhelming than Tarsuz's thunderous roar. Tech Brother Tarsuz and the machine spirit that lived in this battle harness succumbed to the suffering that beset them. The judgment was rash and erroneous. Now the torment is over, I declare them martyrs and am requisitioning Tarsuz Hanneman's neural augmatic for the purpose of preserving his blessed memory. As the astonished tech priests look on, Pasqal leans over the slain man's body and extracts the augmatic from his skull. His movements are as precise as they are respectful. Let's just listen. With each word, Pasqal's voice grows more powerful and majestic. You saw the agony your tech brother Tarsuz was in. His unbridled, pain-spurred faith intimidated you, yet you were silent. Reverence stopped you from raising your voices to proclaim that the machine spirit with which his mind had merged was morbidly afflicted. The imperative of reverence had paralyzed your will, and you watched a tragedy unfold in silence. The sixth universal law states that comprehension is the true path to knowledge. Yet the procedural cycle has robbed you of your comprehension. Therefore, let the cycle be discontinued. There's a clang as Opticon's knee presses into the floor. Crimson hooded heads are bowed. Let the cycle be discontinued. The radiant light pouring out of Pasqal's visor grows dimmer. Static creeps back into his voice. Let the cycle be discontinued, tech comrades. What just happened? Pasqal's vox synth crackled somewhat tentatively. I decided to sustain my words with an excerpt from one of the Blessed Armonard's sermons on loss of eternal and external function, verse 4. My analysis deemed it appropriate. What was the reason for that act of genuflection? It has been a long time since the words of the Messiah of discontinuing were last spoken openly over public communication bans. We respectfully welcome wisdom's return. So he is not forgotten after all. The Messiah of discontinuing? Is that how you refer to Armonard? Following Archmagus Armonard's partial laicization, removal from the chain of command, that was the authorship attribution on a series of sermons on discontinuing the cycle that were disseminated across the Cognizance fleet. It was, in fact, a title used by many, in times past. Is Armonard's teaching not heretical? This statement is false, contrary to what... Hey, Oompa. Well, you have to type it properly if you want to bathe me in radioactive light. This statement is false. Contrary to what many servants of the Messiah thought they knew, preferred to believe, the fleet's Supreme Conclave never issued an unofficial statement on that decision. 37% of the Supreme Conclave's members openly supported Archmagus Armonard's views and disappeared or removed from the chain of command under circumstances that were classified. The Supreme Conclave has not had a quorum ever since. Do you know where Armonard is now? Data unavailable. No reports have mentioned Archmagus Armonard since the incident on the Arch Mechanicus Hermetico, which led to the presumed disappearance of that white ship. Was a game of chaos in the old world. Losing is also part of the game, my friend. And I speak from experience. I was a very bad loser as a kid. My archive has no data on the Hermetico incident. The vessel was the Blessed Armonard's base of operations. Is it lost then? Pasqal's voice is filled with anxiety. We're among his followers. Negative. I had no contact with Archmagus Armonard and was never a member of his flock disciples' retinue. However, my analysis of the doctrine he outlined inspired in me deep respect for, trust in, him. I presume the conflict between us and Pasqal has been resolved. The data I received provides a basis for calling the fallen tech brother Tarsuz's hypothesis into question. Out of respect for, due to a lack of authorization to indict, followers of the Messiah of discontinuing, we will not proceed with the detainment, arrest, termination. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Thank you, Tech Brother Opticon 22. Now that the conflict has been resolved, you may remain aboard my ship. Request denied. The Kappa Threat supply line delegation is leaving Dargonus, expresses gratitude for the hospitality ceasefire, and proclaims its intent to return to Footfall to resume performing its regular functions. The Actress looks over at Pasqal as if waiting for something. Pascal's Vacadendrite briefly touches the shoulder of Opticon 22, who bows respectfully. So how did the match go, Oompa? And I don't mean like that you lost, like the play-by-play. Can loot the guy too. I'm gonna sign X. I think I already have one of those and a power sword.
Follow my lead.
Stop carbines. Nah. Is there anything else here? No. First gonna do. What faction did you play? What faction did your opponent play? Corn was my side. Did he just charge mindlessly and like all corners do? Battle tactics. Psst. Nonsense. Lord Captain. Okay, I need to do some inventory stuff, I think. Let's see. This is overflowing with crap. You already have an Omnissiah Axe. Okay, it's the exact same thing, so that can go to cargo. Spread all over the old world, really. What do you mean spread all over the old world? There's another plasma gun, but I already have one of those. Interestingly, the plasma pistol is stronger. It has lower range, though. And I have many more plasma pistols. No, this is Retobi pattern. Okay, this is stronger. Then let's send these to cargo. Unfading Valor. That I want to store away because it's a personal object. Shuriken catapults. But it's two-handed. And I could give it to Jai, but I think Jai specializes in pistols, if I'm not mistaken. Where was it? Commanding Voice, Impression, March, Heroism. Dual weapon combat. Yep. So she has that. She has Gunslinger, both hands. Yep, she is a pistol specialist, so we don't need a two-handed shuriken catapult. That can go to cargo. Don't need another Elori chainsword either. That can go to cargo. Don't need a long rifle either. That can go to cargo. What else? Life-ring sword. The only heretic I have in my crew is Idira, who is not fighting in melee anyway, so that can go to cargo. Needle rifle, power swords. Let's check maybe the armor first. Okay, she has Forcer carapace, armored body glove can go to cargo. Had either Cultists or Bloodhound from Moscow to Badlands. Can you like post some pictures maybe, because I still have no idea how the game actually looks. Would be very curious to see like some screenshots, so to speak. Hotshot last pistol. Yeah, let's put that there. Chain axes. Do I need chain axes? 10 to 16. Yes, this 4 sword. I wish you could get a better 4 sword. He has the power claymore, so I don't need chain axes, I think. I mean, they can inflict bleeding, but yeah, no, that can go to cargo. Definitely need to sort this out. Might as well do it now. Precise last gun. Toss couple picks on discard. Alright, I'll take a look. Take a look. Oh, there it comes. And that looks pretty cool. Troll Country, Kislev, the Empire. Even with the little miniatures. I do like little miniatures. Nice. Is it just for 2 players, or is it actually more than 1 player? More than 2 players, I mean. Mastercrafted Power Maul. Power Swing? Shove? It's not bad. The Thunderhammer might be even better, though. 5? Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I also need to play some more board games, I think. I mean, I have a whole bunch there, but finding the time and the people, that's the thing. Stop revolver, 3 shots, 10 to 14 damage. Don't think anyone fights with the revolver, really. It's nice damage enough, but now let's put that away to cargo. Cargo is for 4. Expansion to this. Ah, have you ever played Twilight Imperium? It's one of my favorite games. Autogun, I don't have anyone really using. So to cargo you go. Let's see, Rebel Sniper Rifle, 18 to 25, 15 range. Long last is a bit weaker, but has more range. The hunting rifle is also slightly weaker, but has extremely good additional hit chance. Let's put that away. Needle rifle, good armor penetration, very good range. Exotic. And it poisons. This one is good against stronger enemies. 15 extra damage for massive creatures. Never had a chance. Well, you should. It's, in my opinion, one of the best board games there are, but of course it's a very long game. I played it around that was like really 12 hours long. Not kidding. Let's put that away, I think, as well. Elite Chainsword. Go to cargo. Precise last gun. Nah. Send that away. So how's your Tuesday been, man? Normal bolter. Don't think I need that anymore. Let's see, power sword. How does it compare to this power claymore? It's weaker, has less penetration. Only requires 1 hand, but apart from that, it's not really better. So I've cleaned up a bit, so I'm pleased. I am pleased. Let's do some talking. Maybe someone has some new dialogue for me.
To what do I owe this visit?
No. It's the color of the final dawn, but haven't I done that before?
The cult's ordinary members are humans who have been corrupted by the archenemy, traitors to the Imperium, and accomplices
We'll
of
have to
chaos.
play Chaos and
Participation in the cult's rituals always entails brainwashing, literally and figuratively. The longer cult members spend among other cultists, the less critically they think, and the more closely they resemble obedient livestock.
Like a good Imperial
stripped of their
citizen.
fear and instinct for self-preservation. The worst of them go to their deaths without an inkling of doubt, ready to take hundreds and thousands of souls with them.
Yo, welcome raiders. Thanks very much for the raid. Let me do the shout out. Shout out Mr. Sutton. Yo Allah, hey Tifa, hey Satan, how are you all doing? How did Age of Empires go?
As for those at the top of the cult's hierarchy, we have not yet managed to get a lead on all of the cult's leaders. I imagine that some of them are hiding in the depths of the Coronus Expanse. But those who are orchestrating the fanatics on nearby worlds are hiding very well indeed. Or receiving protection from above.
I'm doing alright. So it's a bit annoyed because of Thursday, because on Thursday we'll have a very long day at the office, which means also getting up extra early and all that stuff, but today itself has been fine. I can't complain too much.
Governors, commanders, rogue traders. History is full of those who neglect their duty to the Golden Throne and seek allies in the wrong places.
How's your Tuesday been so far? You haven't been investigating this cult for some time.
We discovered the first traces of it as soon as we arrived in the Coronus Expanse. Since then, the more we learn, the better we see just how far the roots of this blight extend. Destroying individual cells is pointless. We must cut this beast off at its head.
I'm right there
As
with
you
you.
wish.
Let's not sacrifice the director to him yet. She still has a chance to prove herself. Where's Pasqal? Oh, that's Jay. They want to talk to Jay.
May the Exalted One protect you. Have you grown bored with our little talk, Sherry?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
Good eBay help us. The seller was trying to scam me out of £700. My favorites got refunded. What did you buy for 700?
My apologies. 19% of my processing power is engaged in the analysis of my tech comrade's memory. My response time may be longer than usual.
I'll take the remaining 10%. Have we found anything out?
The data is scarce. His identification code is the same as mine, and his memory contains data confirming that the assassination did take place. Unfortunately, some of his memory was damaged by pulses broadcast by his battle harness. I can assert with some confidence that he was who he claimed to be, and that he served the Deus Mechanicus earnestly and eagerly.
8 terabyte SSD, that's £700. I thought that storage space is actually rather cheap nowadays. He gave us the impression of a paranoid madman.
Notwithstanding his permanent state of agony, he was not cognitively
Usually
dysfunctional.
more, okay?
His desire to immediately destroy the object he had deemed profane was partly dictated by his engrammatic augmentics, which were receiving imperatives from his battle harness.
I've never bought anything with 8 terabytes, but last time I bought any like hard drive or something was much cheaper than £700.
In light of the oddness of our matching identification codes, I find merit in his hypothesis as to the existence of a clandestine malevolent agent or conspiracy operating inside our fraternity.
Who do you think was behind the assassination?
No data available. I will hypothesize that the assassination was instigated by an enemy of the Blessed Amanat's doctrine. I accept the possibility that the assassins were targeting me, only to be led astray by Tarzus and my own identical identifiers.
Defiance.
I am concerned about the fate of Archmagus Amanat. According to Opticon 2-2, he went missing in the wake of the incident on an Arch Mechanicus, the Hermetico. Information about that ship and its perishing has been purged from the archives. I accept the possibility that the incident on the ship, the concealed data, and the assassination have all been part of a single conspiracy.
The plot thickens. You were hunted too. Remember our meeting on Rickard Manors and the people who posed as heretics?
This statement is true. There were also the bodies we discovered in the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium of unknown infiltrators who had posed as members of the cult of the Final Dawn. There is merit to the hypothesis that all carriers of Magos Tarsuz's identification code are targets of persecution.
I'm not surprised that Amanat's words had such an effect on Opticon 22.
I was not knowledgeable as to how popular Blessed Amanat's teaching was in exploratory circles. The Cognizance fleet is massive. His ideas might have found a larger following on its periphery than in the Mother Squadron.
Amanat was a believer and he caused a schism. Tarsuz was a believer and he turned into a zealot. Faith can be dangerous, says the dogmatic rogue trader.
Of course, faith is dangerous. Faith is the prerogative of the spirit, and a spiritless mind is an enemy of all existence. Without faith, there is no meaning in anything, no point to any aspirations or limitations. But faith can take different forms.
Take it from him.
The form of prohibitions established by unknown elders. The form of an audacious violation of those prohibitions. The form of following dogma or of schism. The form of following the cycle or of discontinuing the cycle. In a system with two courses of action, schism is inevitable. And only one of these paths will be true, as truth is discreetly separate from untruth.
Only true will find no flaw in the creed, but the true favor is not looking for flaws. Well, I am dogmatic, so this one sounds like it would make sense. Only a fool would find no flaw in the creed, but true faith lies in not looking for flaws.
It is a stable path for growth. The minds of different individuals are not equal. The revelations bestowed upon them are not equal. Some must guide, and others must trust those who guide them. We are all guided by the Omnissiah, and perhaps it is only thanks to his first prophets and the prohibitions they gifted us that we still exist.
Perhaps we will be able to find out more.
I will continue my research into the Blessed Martyr's memory with all due reverence. May your labors be effective and fruitful.
But what do you need an 8 terabyte SSD for? Beep 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 beep. Be respectful to the tech priest. He keeps the ship running. What am I without him?
Of course.
I'm a toaster priest. Beep beep beep. Don't say that while he's listening, perhaps. I mean, the officer's cantina, maybe you can say that when he's not there. But on the bridge, I forbid such talk. Yo, what happened to this? Yo, emergency, we have a malfunctioning servitor. Pasqal! Pasqal! Take care of it now! Can you make French toast? Oh wait, yeah, he's a toaster, yeah. He probably can. Mr. Satan is a renaissance man, he can do so many things.
Lord Captain. Lord Captain.
For the microwave in his face and say, does this make you horny? If he could, he might possibly blush. But he probably can't. No news. Let's see, Agenta, Agenta.
Greetings.
No, she doesn't have anything. Cassia.
Words cannot
Sorry.
I have enjoyed your company.
So me about Hecris being into kitchenware. Hecris into many things, especially if it's a Necron kitchenware. Then they can't keep their hands off it. Okay, check the quarters really quick and deposit some stuff in my save. Also, I want to check out. Yeah, look at that. That's me. The proper master of this vessel. Let's gaze upon myself for a second here. This majestic portrait, painted by a skilled artist, greets guests who have been granted permission to enter the Lord Captain's quarters. Oh yeah, I need something like that in my own apartment. Same pose, same outfit. And I do have, like, the beard is getting there. I mean, here, yeah. I'm close enough. The slightly receding hairline, I also have that. Yeah. The majestic, the determined gaze, and the majestic stature. You can't tell the difference. Like the Tiger King, I just watch it every night. The Tiger King? What? Who is the bloody Tiger King? What are you talking about? Okay, let's drop that in there, and let's store... What else can I store in there? The heirloom pistol... What? I don't know who the Tiger King is. No Joy Exotic? I don't know many things. Like I said it before, like when, for example, Zombie and Pies and such, they talk about all the meme videos they watched. 80% of the time I have no idea what they're talking about. None. None whatsoever. I'm not a meme lord. So no, I don't know who Joe Exotic is. I'm sorry. Explain it to me. The gay private zoo owner who drove himself to bankruptcy in prison. No idea. But let me Google that so I at least have a face. So I can at least pretend to know a little bit. Joe Exotic. He looks like an idiot. Oh wait, I've seen I think I've seen an ad for his... Didn't he have a Netflix show or something? Or was it a show on Prime? Netflix. That was actually real. I already have a Netflix show though. I've been rather busy watching Kingdom, which is actually quite good. Can I sort that, please? God, this is fucking awful. Select no auto sort button. Okay, that's better. That's better. What I still want to check is this stuff. So Battle Psyker boots, Survivor against perception bonus dodge. Nah. Raises momentum. Nah. Sheer attacks, nah. Grenades cheaper, nah. Warp conductor gloves. Yeah, here you go. Lore Imperium's test, nah. Commerce bonus, armor. Psi rating is increased by 1 against demons and for each rank of dogmatic. Could be for Heinrichs, perhaps. Not sure. Range attack damage. More armor. Critical hits. Bonus to Xenos and hit chance against Xenos. Eldar equipment. I don't have any Eldars anyway, so I might as well just throw that away, I guess. Or can she wear that? Nope. What kind of cargo is that? Mechanicus creations. Bye! Hit chance, heretical stuff. Still not actually real. But I can still recommend Kingdom. Very good show. I've watched 4 or 5 episodes already. As I said yesterday, it's a nice mix-up of the zombie genre, because it's not only about zombies. There's like a whole bunch of political intrigue and such going on as well. Do I have everything twice? Everything twice, okay. Vertical Votary, she can't equip that. Camoline Cloak. Bonus damage. Into burning. A dodge. What kind of boots do you have? Charge slash bleeding, okay. She has, but her dodge. For each psi power they use, huh? Okay, I think I'm set. I think I am set. So let's go down to that planet. My planet. And probably get shot at again immediately after disembarking from the bloody shuttle. As is always the case. Administratum and Valancius Palace. My palace. That's the team. Nice place. Yeah! Woo! Your lordship! Oh, please don't try to assassinate me or something. Had enough of that already. They love me. Like in Spider-Man. They love me. That's finally the parade that I've been deserving all this time. The elder wife, I sent her away. She was like, hey, maybe we can like hook up, rogue trader son. And I was like, nah, thank you. Fuck off. And off she was. What? I'm a dogmatic rogue trader. I uphold imperial law. There's no Xenos on my ship. Clementia was there. Oh, it's the offspring of our dear Seneschal. She seems to have inherited his good looks. Pulled that elf wife. No, she's gone. Forever, I think. I don't think that she ever comes back. Was too weak to kill her like a true imperial citizen. Well, she did help me. I had to take that into account. She did help me on my quest, so I gave her life, but nothing more. The Emperor protects. Welcome home, your lordship. The stately woman in long full dress uniform makes a graceful curtsy. Her short, graying hair does not obscure her stern features. I am Clementia Viserion, Court Chancellor of the Valancius dynasty. On behalf of all of Dargonus, please accept my deepest condolences of the untimely passing of Theodora Valancius. Her departure was a terrible blow to us all. But as one star expires, another always flares to life. And although still overcome with bitterness and grief, your subjects hope that you will become the trade dynasty's guiding light in these trying times. Shame on you? No. No shame. I did what was right and proper. Clementia. A blood officer reserved not. She nods in return, and the lines of his brows soften ever so slightly. The young man quickly brings the respirator to his burned face and bows his head cautiously. His raven black hair veils his burns and skull implants, and his thin metal fingers streak quietly as he offers a welcoming gesture. Achilles Scalander, secretary at the administrative department. I hope your journey to Dargonus was not darkened by unwanted troubles. Nah. Just like lots of space combat against pirates. Had to probably kill half my crew on my travels because of warp insurgency stuff and something like... Fine. It's all fine. Commander sounds like an STD. Scalender. Actually, Scalender reminds me of Harry Potter. Like that one guy, what is his name? Newt Scamander, yeah. So they have Newt Scamander, I have Achilles Scalander. It was uneventful, thank you. No. The Emperor protected us, it was terrible. Nah, the Emperor protected us on our journey through the stars. Achilles makes the sign of the Aquila. It goes like this. So like one head, second head, and the wings. It may he remain merciful to us till the end of time. Ron Weasley. Does your lordship wish to survey the grounds? Or perhaps you could state your curiosity by answering any questions you might have? Governor Urban Drivesome has been notified of your arrival on Dargonus and will visit the palace shortly. The preparation for the official visit are well in hand, but your lordship will still have plenty of time before the meeting. Hold on a moment, Clementia. What did you say your last name was? Clementia nods politely. You heard correctly, your lordship. I am of House Viserion, Lord Abelard's granddaughter and his granddaughter, and direct descendant. It's just Albania, now it's Rome. The Byzantine Empire also had the double-headed eagle, don't forget that. And the Holy Roman Empire, and a whole bunch of others. The secession of service is an effective good. It grants new generations understanding of their function within the mechanism. Chancellor Viserion has held her position at the von Valancius court for many years. She earned Lord Captain Theodore's respect through acts of great perseverance. There is no room for doubt. Blood had nothing to do with it. Time will tell, Seneschal. The Emperor blesses those who strengthen you and his domain through their deeds. You have reason to be proud of your progeny. Abelard looks at you in surprise, but then immediately puts on an air of indifference. Thank you, Lord Captain. Why isn't the governor here to greet me? Huh? Huh? Apologies, your lordship. Governor Drivesome residence is on the other side of the world. Not just the city, but the entire planet. By the administrative palace of Dargonus. We sent word as soon as we entered the system, but it takes time to travel the great distances of your domain. But if I can be here on time by traveling through the entire solar system, then he can get his ass off his palace and just take a plane. Chancellor Viserion appears unruffled, but you cannot shake the thought that the governor's lateness is a subtle political gesture designed to test the limits of what is acceptable when it comes to interacting with the New Europe trader. I will just have him lashed or something. Whip him into shape. I would like to rest before the meeting. Where are my chambers? They're very close, just down the hall. That is also where the study and the audience chamber are. Nicholas's face brightens with a pearly white smile, restoring some of his former good looks. Lady Theodora's study has remained locked since her last departure, but on account of your arrival, we've arranged for it to be tidied up. It is ready whenever you may need it. I think Cassia will like that. She loves reading. I apologize for my bluntness, but I have a request to make. Perhaps before the meeting takes place, the illustrious Lord Captain could spare a few minutes of her conversation with me? I'm certain that you will find my report on the state of affairs on the Valancius Protectorate most useful. I haven't been shot at so far. No bombings, no sharpshooters. This is going quite well, I say. Where are my people? Why am I alone? Oh, they're spread all around. All the dialogue in Persona. Well, I don't mind. It can be a bit straining sometimes. But at least the dialogues are good. So I'll take that over to just exploring, I don't know, random open world games for 50 hours. As the state of the Imperium, your lordship, with his spitlickles. You should be recognized as a saint, my lord. Pressing my voice sickness service again. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm up for it. Like this, the names of each rotator who have led the Valancius dynasty dating back to the day the capital of the world was founded. Can I actually read the name? Yeah, I can. From the founding of Dargonus, Cain, Jacathril, Romulus, Victrix Astilar, Harlan Sol, Mirabilis, Liana, Orthesen, Larinand, and Theodora. And then there will be me. Victorian Gregorius II. Would have expected that to actually be readable. Was expecting just some random texture there, but nice. Oh god, that's high. Good thing they have that wall. I would go crazy in real life. Because I don't like heights. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Return to the ship. Where's my crew? Want to talk to people. Nicely hidden away from the public eye. Some defense cannons. Good. More spitlickles. Confessors! O galactic sovereign, protect your flock from aliens. O warden of light and the beam that will show us the path on our dark voyage. We are your warriors and your servants, who are delivered from blindness of heart, and put on the chains of hatred, contempt, and malice. Is an old image of St. Mechanicus. Its regal frame is covered in marks. The wreck was killed in a battle on a remote and forgotten world. Okay, they don't have actually any dialogue. Okay. Let's save me some time at least. What's in here? Nothing. This looks pretty. Oh, there's loot. Loot. Yeah, you had me at the L already. Shady character. I wonder. Okay, let's see what shady character is up to. Maybe he will try to assassinate me. What a lovely day it is, your lordship. Your presence only makes it better. Why don't I believe you? Okay, I have a gamma. Let's see. No, nothing. Toss a coin.
Investigate.
Toss a coin? But I probably have like billions of coins, so let's go. Then sinks to the bottom. Can I toss more coins? Toss a coin to the Witcher. Toss a coin to a rogue trader. He needs more. When I only have a profit factor of not enough. What was it? What's my profit factor? Where is my profit factor? Skills, weapons. Only 36. I mean, that can go much higher, man. I'm dirt poor, basically. So yeah, toss me some coins. Fight today! I think that they are interested in any fighting. Head of Janus' delegation. Salutes you, Lord. You better salute me, because the last governor of Janus had to be executed because she was a bitch. So, pay respect. A living, fruit-bearing tree in the heart of a height was a fantastical sight. They probably use a lot more water to tend to this tree than the average Dargonus citizen can hope to receive their daily ration. Janus, yeah, another one of my planets. The farming world. And the governor there was actually a Slaaneshi cultist. including like some torture equipment in her secret club room and stuff like that. And for all her troubles, she got a round to the face, as befits her deeds. It's my kind of girl. I can fix her. Actually, it could, like, the game offered me the choice to just keep her in power and stuff like that, but nah. Nah, she's a filthy heretic, she gets gunned down like all the others. Welcome, your lordship. Let me inform you of the location of the chambers on your dynastic estate. I don't think she knows. She knows nothing, Jon Snow. Nothing. The main throne is up the stairs and straight ahead. Your subject Achilles Galenda informed me that he humbly waits the opportunity to meet you with you there. Like CBT, probably worse stuff than that. Yeah, if you value your parts, you probably should not engage with her in rituals. Personal chambers up to the stairs on the right. And what's on the left? Come on, man, speak. Actually, points. Whatever your soul desires, I'll be right next to your chambers, eagerly awaiting your orders. Stop flirting with me, man. I'm married to my job, not you. Actually, it looks like I will not pursue a romance so far. I could still flirt with Jai, but I don't like Jai, so that's not going to happen. Whoops. Can I do anything down here? Tech priest served us goods. Got the goods. So much space and it's all just for me. So, okay, that's my quarters then. There's some loot. Glory to the rogue trader. The game does make you feel good. Let's check the bedroom.
Something of interest.
What's that? Breeze catcher boots. But there were moves to the Selloc who had an enemy, the wearer gains more dodge. Okay. The leather covers bear the names of the authors, mostly philosophers and theologians from Dargonus. The spines of the books are trimmed with gold. Oh, that's the study then. Okay. Hey, I know this picture. This is actually, this wasn't made for the game, for this game. This is actually from one of the actual books. Words of a plaque can be seen in the frame. Alas, the inscription is complete and it's inscription with patina. And this is supposed to represent, I think, actually Earth. If I'm not mistaken. Look at all this modern technology. This probably has like 16 kilobytes of RAM. And maybe even 300 megabytes of storage space. Why is that lying around on that desk? Xeno stuff. What careful about the surfaces still covered in a lot of scuffs, scratches, and stains. Traces of the previous rogue traders who sat at this table. That's indeed a lot of clankers. I like that alert. I do like the clanker alert. It's the love room. The bed for the head of a broken dynasty is befitting the status of its owner. Yeah, like when you don't want to be disturbed, you can like lower the curtains. Which, given how thick they look, are probably bulletproof or something. You can attach certain stuff here and there, and mirror above the bed. Maybe. There's certainly a mirror right here. And if your lover disappoints you, can just impale them on these two. So you better do not disappoint. Disc. I wonder if such thing actually exist in the 40k verse. Like, what do people do in their spare time? Do they still go partying and stuff like that? What the hell is this? It's the Batcave. Mysterious item created by inhuman hands. Looks like a last gun to me, to be honest. They sleep. Yeah, probably. They sleep so they can work harder the next day. More work. Righto. Shows the library are laden with dusty tomes. Your eyes linger on the works of several administrative adepts and the mirrors of some distant death worlds. Street item not to be created by human hands. Got that before. Stuff. In human hands again. What's that? Go away. Yeah, there could be Necron actually. It has the telltale green glow. And I know that Necrons appear in this game later on, so it's probably Necron. Tech use, increase the damage of plasma weapons by 3. Okay, that's for Pasqal. When the wearer hits an ally with an area attack, the wearer gains stack of the zealot effect. 10% more damage with the area attacks for each stack. Okay. So friendly fire is a good thing. Emperor Rule 34. Is Emperor Rule 34, is that actually like... Is that devout? Or is it deviant? That's the question. Why is it shaking? Stop, stop. Oh, that's the perfect angle, okay. The secret room is remarkably quiet and almost homely. Perhaps your predecessor used it when she sought complete solitude. Listening to the muted melody coming from the vox speaker, you can easily imagine Theodora reading a book with a glass of expensive wine in hand. Can change the music. It's the name of several vox symphonies. You recognize the melody that is playing right now. It's the first of 36 parts of the Symphony of Honor and Duty. Part 2! Ode to the Most Holy Inquisition. Skitarii Choir, the rhythm of machine and blessed metal. Metal. Let's just go for part 2. Using the speaker momentarily grows louder, filling the entire room, then goes back to normal steam without any change. Let's have a glass of wine. The labeled Grandmaster's Blood, Boon of Terror, and Flame of Purity. Recall the vision of the past that Dira told you about. She said Dira's favorite wine was Flame of Purity. But I am not... My mother, no, my adoptive mama. Let's pick the Boon of Terror. I wonder if something happens if I do use the Flame of Purity. No, I want the Boon of Terror. Is sickly sweet, and you feel a warm sluggishness wash over your body. A siren shatters the tranquil atmosphere in the room. Alarms have been sounded. No! No! I was just chilling. Whoever enters Lord's chambers will be eliminated. I am the rogue trader. I have entered my own chambers. You will be flogged if you don't stop this nonsense. Deepest apologies. Do you require any assistance? You better leave me in peace. Go, go. Shush. Shush. So I can't handle my liquor at all, apparently. One drink and I drop to the bloody floor. Can I do that whole thing again? Let's try the Flame of Purity then. Clearing the dim light of the room like liquid gold. Its tangy flavor burns your throat, leaving behind a spicy, biting aftertaste. Your short, faint hum as an unseen motor stirs into motion. Choose a book. So the angel out that look as if it never been opened. Oh god. Among Theodore's data that has been restored using a cogitator is the phrase Litanies of the Motive Force. It is the title of one of the books here. Love is the only truth. Even in the 40th millennium, they still read schlocky romance novels. Sin's anatomy. A scholar's observations from the series One Shot, One Kill. The Invincible Army, analysis of the tactical transfer of the Astra Militarum. Parsim's Dewane, a biographical sketch. Read the smut. Okay, love is the only truth. The beginning hand looks interesting. The prospect of spending a couple of tranquil hours immersed in reading appeals to you. A siren shatters the tranquil atmosphere in the room, alarms have been sounded. Why does this thing keep throwing sleep gas at me? What is going on here? Yes, leave. What the fuck? Okay, let's try this again. The room is silent with expectation. Yeah, sure. Just waiting to pounce on me again like a tiger. Like Joe Tiger. Please stop shaking like that. It's... Ah. Okay, Litanies of the Motive Force then. Let's go. As you pick up the book, a hidden button in its spine clicks under your finger. The room responds to reactions with a quiet grinding sound, and a small nook reveals itself on the nearby wall. Inside you find a databank bearing the von Valancius coat of arms. Ah, that's what it was all about. Okay.
Unthinkable.
Yeah. Carefully encrypted. Okay. So I think that it's one of those... where is it? Yep, that was one of the hidden caches. That quest I got like 50 hours ago. Can I still read books? No. I can't read the others. Shame. Go to bed. Alright, man. Thanks for being here. And have a good night, and I just hope to see you soon. I won't wait too much longer myself. Somehow I also need to go to bed. Oh, a multi-melter. 60 armor penetration. 55 strength. Not sure if Argenta can actually carry that. Also not sure why that is lying in there, like in the library, but don't question. Hey, it's a balcony leading into a pitch black... Okay, no. Not pitch black darkness. Actually rather nice view. Let's not keep that guy waiting for too long. He said he had urgent stuff to talk about. Whoops. What's that? Gift from House Gaprak to the von Valancius dynasty. Who is Gaprak? I don't know who Gaprak is. Well, on Dargonus, I will check the secretary's reports and keep an eye on the logistics. Master Danrak does his job well. The scrutiny goes a long way with him. Yeah? You do your thing, man. Long live the rogue trader. Why do I have to lockpick my own chests all the time? They are mine. They should open on my command. Oh, she likes my art. Lovely.
Halt! I
What?
noticed something.
Did you know? Ah, there it is. More stuff. The princess caused a slight disturbance in the ranks of the servants of the Messiah assigned to the palace. Analysis of the performance of rituals and maintenance litanies has produced a satisfactory result. Good. My servants are up to spec. Good old Dargonus is born here with our Lady Theodora. She loves living up in the sleepy little place with a couple of crazy decrees and public floggings of flabbergasted nobles. And there's my throne. Nice. That's what she has to say. Your lordship. Dementia bows her head politely. For Chancellor of a rogue trader, she's dressed rather simply. A parade doublet, polished boots, and a comfortable cloak. She bears a saber in a gilded scabbard. Whether for show of protection, one could not say. Only her ring with the Vasarian coat of arms indicates that she is of the highest social stratum. It's wobbling again. Come on. The governor is waiting on the periphery of the palace. Please let me know when you would like to see him. The sharp gaze, the impeccably straight back, the composure. For a moment you feel like you're looking at a younger version of Eberhard himself, not his heir. Judging by the scars on the exposed parts of her body, Clementia saw a fair share of combat prior to assuming the position of Chancellor. What are your responsibilities as a Chancellor? To put it simply, I am a trade representative. Any and all decrees, deals, official communication, and meetings are first reviewed by me and then forwarded to you, and from you down the hierarchy. My purview also includes overseeing your lordship's property, the palace, the estates, the many gardens, and other domains on Dargonus that you have inherited from Lady Theodora. And whenever you are present on Dargonus, consider me your personal secretary. What can you tell me about Dargonus? All deals and important decisions are made here in the capital. Many years ago, an ancestor of Lady Theodora signed an agreement with the Adaptus Administratum, which allowed for efficient management of the world and the neighboring systems. In accordance with the decree, a share of the planet's population was assigned to the Administratum and converted into servitor scribes. They now toil across the entire world. Dargonus is also the seat of several noble families who run all the major planets in the Protectorate. If I may express my not-so-humble opinion, they care very little about who exactly stands at the helm. Those piranhas think about their own profits just as much as they do about the prosperity of the Protectorate itself, if not more. And lastly, Dargonus has its own fleet, a luxury unavailable to the vast majority of other worlds in the realm. In addition to warships, the Protectorate also employs privateer ships, which are used to transport cargo between worlds. Does the capital stay in contact with the other worlds in the Protectorate? Unfortunately not at this time, your lordship. After the few representatives of the Adeptus Astra Telepathicon and Dargonus went into a frenzy, some of the Psychers were tragically pacified by their respective authorities. Since then, communication with the neighboring systems has been unreliable at best. Thanks be to the Master of Mankind that you managed to find your way to the capital. If the noble houses are so volatile, what sense is there in keeping them? Over the many centuries, an intricate hierarchy has formed within the ruling elite of Dargonus. The great houses do more than plunder your treasury. It is replenished, to a large degree, thanks to the administrative work and the lands. Naturally, you can get rid of anyone whom you consider surplus to requirements, but right now, it could threaten this fragile stability that is currently holding the Protectorate together. Well, tell me about Governor Driveston. Urban Driveston is a well-respected man, and not just on Dargonus but throughout the Protectorate. For many centuries, his house has supported the capital's administration and the logistics between the Valancius systems. The Driveston's efforts secured years of order and prosperity for Dargonus. What's more, Lady Theodora personally insisted that Lord Urban specifically be made the next governor. Are there any other issues that I should be aware of? Apart from the disrupted communications, Dargonus was recently raided by enemies of humanity. However, the fleet, under the command of Captain Martius Vasarian, triumphed over the accursed zealous. Have you asked for my opinion on this matter? We have the situation completely under control. You catch her avoiding your gaze for just a moment, for the first time. It's obvious that Clementia is looking out for her house's good name. But despite the confidence in her tone, you can tell that she does not entirely believe her own words. Thank you for the report, Chancellor. I shove the Valancius Protectorate, your lordship. Achilles Galanda, does he cause any problems? Whoops. No. Wrong button. Why not at all, your lordship? Secretary Galanda is an outstanding individual and a loyal servant of the Von Valancius dynasty. In Lady Theodora's absence, we collaborated on a number of issues related to the well-being of your domain, and he has proven himself quite capable. And I don't know why, but even the governor trembles before Achilles, which is unusual for a man of his, shall we say, standing. The last word brings a slight smile to your lips. I think there's something going on between the two. The governor can wait a little longer. I still have matters to take care of. Certainly, your lordship. However, I do not concern myself with the governor's feelings, but I must warn you. Your action or inaction may be interpreted in a certain way. Now, if your lordship will excuse me? Well, he kept me waiting, so let's keep him waiting. Is there some loot here? Supposedly. Oh no. That wasn't loot. Lack of observance in this world has led your nobles to become extremely complacent. Today alone I overheard 3 statements that, if I so wanted, could be turned into grounds for a charge of heresy. The slender figure, clad in robes made from expensive fabric, shudders from violent coughing. Pressing a gilded respirator to his face, the man takes several deep breaths. Achilles, it's been many moons. I hope your cousin is feeling well. Achilles covers his burnt lips, trying and failing to suppress a coughing fit. She's in good health. She sends her regards to you, as well as her wishes for your swift return. Heinrichs frowns. For as long as the stars shine in the sky, my vigil continues. So it does. Achilles stamps himself on the chest with his augmented hand. You hear the clanging of metal against metal. I'm not so foolish as to fail to notice a conversation in code. Your insight deserves credit, rogue trader. Then again, I expected nothing less from Theodora Valancius' successor. Allow me to introduce Achilles Galanda properly. In addition to his duties as Secretary of the Administratum, he acts as an agent of the Golden Throne under my aegis. Master Galanda was transferred into my remit by a colleague who is engaged in other matters on the Coroner's expanse. I'm sure you will find Achilles' service useful, especially when dealing with the schemes of humanity's foe within the borders of your protectorate. Greetings, Lord Victorian Gregors II von Valancius. Allow me once again to express my deepest condolences on the loss of Lady Theodora. I will do everything I can to track down and destroy all of Conrad Voidfield's accomplices on the capital world. Sorry. Do you know anything about what has become of Conrad Voidfield? The former Master of Whispers is a heretic and a traitor to the dynasty. Word of his treason reached Dargonus too late. Conrad came to the planet and left it almost immediately. Once he had sown discord in the minds of the gullible and naive. The worst of the rumors that started was that you were the one responsible for Lady Theodora's sudden demise. Of course, your loyal subjects did their best to skin alive any who showed signs of doubt. But it seems unlikely that the wardens go to everyone who has allowed doubt into their heart and now nurtures it in secret. What are your responsibilities here on Dargonus? Officially, I'm a secretary at this world's administratum department. Less officially, I'm afraid I can't disclose it even to you. In short, I collect and investigate reports of heresy taking root on upstanding planets of humanity. Above all else, I'm concerned about the zealous that hangs over the entire Coroner's expanse, including your protectorate. Sadly, my mission was complicated by the recent warp disturbances. I'm still trying to re-establish contact with many of my agents. Tell me about the Xenos. The residents of the local systems are no strangers to skirmishes with enemies of humanity. But recently, the loathsome beasts seem to have completely flown off the handle. We're receiving reports from ships that made it through the warp to Dargonus. Both they and the colonies that they departed from are being attacked. We've identified the breed of Xenos that posed the threat. the Dark Eldar, with his ancient and insidious foes. Be vigilant on your travels. The Zealous will undoubtedly attack a rogue trader's ship should they find the circumstance to be in their favor. Unfortunately, in the host of humanity, there are those who are willing to grovel before enemies in the hopes of a valuable reward. May be interested to know that we are on the trade of such heretics. Overwhelming evidence indicates that a marauded void station on Langren's belt is being used as a base by a band of pirates who are not above dealing with Xenos. I was unable to persuade the Chancellor of the need to dispatch a ship there, but perhaps you would like to pay a courtesy call to the scoundrels yourself? I think I actually did that already. Langren's belt. Sounds familiar. Do you know anything about the cult of the Final Dawn? My knowledge is deplorably limited, your lordship. All my attention has been focused on tracking Xenos activity. I'm certain that Master Valancius can tell you much more about those heretics than I. About your unofficial work. Yes? Whom do you truly serve? The rogue trader or the interrogator of the Inquisition? And to whom does the rogue trader serve? The Golden Throne? The Protectorate? Could it be that one stems from the other? And if so, is there any sense in discussing it? Nicely deflected. Good man. Just outright asking for his spies and contacts will not work anyway, so I might as well not bother. I'll just look like a fool. Sending him away... Nah, I actually kinda like him, so let's keep him on. I have other questions to ask. I sincerely hope that I can answer every one of them. You promised me a report of the present state of affairs in the Protectorate. I have already forwarded all official reports to your Seneschal. As for the conversation we are having right now, I wouldn't trust any paper or data set with its contents. You see, Lady Theodora, may the Emperor have mercy on her soul, was perfectly aware of Dargonus' political environment. You, however, have only just arrived on the capital world, and I thought it would be the best to bring you up to speed. Frankly, the nobles of Dargonus, much like nobles on most worlds, are akin to spiders in a jar, ready to pounce on whoever's the weakest, or whomever they deem to be the weakest. The nobles of Dargonus are well respected, rich and powerful individuals who held Lady Theodora's favor for many years and found ways to rise above the rest by diligently serving the rogue trader. Every family pursues its own selfish interests, and each one expects that with the transition of power, they will retain and even add to the lands and wealth. The families I would recommend giving particular attention to are the Drivestones, the Gapraks, and the Sourbacks. Should also mention the Versarians, not a noble house per se, but a family that was part of Lady Theodora's inner circle, to the Blue Blood's great displeasure. Tell me about the Drivestones. The Drivestones are the ancient governor house of Dargonus. Predictably, the greater the wealth of the Valancius Protectorate, the fuller their coffers grow. Their reputation is flawless except for one detail. We have evidence that urban Drivestone's rivals seem to have the misfortune of regularly falling victim to Xenos raids. I find that these attacks are always a little too advantageous for the Drivestones, but we lack solid proof, and it might never surface. The closer an official is to a rogue trader, the braver and safer they feel. I would just like to remind everyone that rubbing shoulders with Xenos is a heresy that can be overlooked only in the case of the Valancius heir, not his servant. What makes the Gaprak special? The Gapraks hail from a remote forge world, and among the distant relatives there are many servants of the Messiah, and the house itself is close to the cult of the adapted Mechanicus, both in spirit and in the business connections. The Gapraks oversaw the industrial shipments within the Protectorate, until recently. Ever since the astropathic communication with the Kalagama was severed, they have been quite concerned about the security of the planet placed in their care. And Sourback? Religious and hardworking, the Sourbacks own many enterprises, including distillation manufactories that produce promethium. I must note that lately members of the Sourback family have been prone to overly liberal statements about the Valancius dynasty. They believe that Lady Theodora is a bit too keen to leave her worlds without proper oversight. Well, that can change now that I am here. I'd like to know more about the Versarians. The Versarians are a line funded by Lady Theodora's Seneschal and as such are nominally considered nobility, at least from the standpoint of the Imperial Navy, from which Lord Abelard hails. In Dargonus, however, their position is precarious. Firstly, they never were granted an official title, a process which has been impeded for decades by the old houses of Dargonus. And secondly, The other families do not see them as equals, but more as upstarts clinging to the rogue trader's favor. The Viserions are responsible for the capital ward's fleet and the majority of the cargo shipments on domestic routes. After hearing all that, I now feel the urge to have every one of those sycophants executed at once. Nah. Enough about the nobles. Was there anything else you wanted to report? That was, your lordship. And this time it concerns the main reason for my presence on this planet. Xenos, and the threat I pose both to you and to humanity as a whole. The last few months have been difficult for the people who report to me. My eyes and ears scattered throughout the Coronic expanse. Warp disturbances, astropaths overcome with madness, ships disappearing in the Imperium. Many of my observers and contacts have gone dark, or have been killed by some calamity or other. Still, I managed to establish communication with some key individuals who were able to warn me about the incoming threats, including Xenos raids. It is within my power to supply with intelligence on where and when the Xenos will strike next. I do not doubt that Governor Driveston will beg you for protection against the Xenos, and in this fight, the information from my contacts will serve you well. I beseech you, Victor Magos II. If I ever report a threat looming over a ship or a planet, do not dismiss it. Sometimes it takes an intervention from the rogue trader and his mighty void ship to avert a disaster. Alright, I'll take all the help I can get. Something more personal. The scars on your face, what happened? About 5 years ago, there was an accident. Several tanks of promethium exploded in the storehouse at my estate, and I was buried alive in the rubble. The Emperor preserved my soul, and the skilled physicians of Dargonus saved my body. Except for my lungs, with which I had to part. I presume the incident was an attempt on my life, but the identity of whoever was behind it remains a mystery. Well, with all that done and said, I must take my leave. According to the message I received a few minutes ago, Governor Driveston has arrived at court. I imagine that the Chancellor is already prepared to arrange the meeting. All that's left is to notify her that we are ready to see Urbit. Then let's do just that. Though I do need to go to the bathroom soon, so do I do that now? Do I do that later? Next stream perhaps? I might do it next time actually. I really need to go, and this might take forever, and then there might be another fight and stuff, so... Oh, I think I'll end it for today. Or I just excuse myself really quick and then playing a little bit longer, a little bit. Yeah, I'll just excuse myself really quick. I'll be back in a minute, and then I'll at least do the audience thing. So be right back. Okay. Let's meet up with the governor. I'm ready. I shall arrange for him to be escorted to your study. Ah, it's not a big. It's not a big meeting. Okay. What's the best camera angle here that doesn't? How about that one? No, how about that one? That's a bit better. Still keeps wobbling all the time. This one is stable. Okay. Victor Magos II von Valancius, 20th in his line, rogue trader, keeper of the sacred warrant, and ruler of the Coronic expanse from the Cranach system to the 100 Dreams crossroads. I bid you welcome. Urban Driveston, governor of this great world. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. It will be difficult to recover from the loss of a woman as great as Theodora Valancius. It pains me to think that she is no longer with us. The citizens of Dargonus and of the entire Protectorate grieve alongside you. Please, allow us to declare half a year of mourning so that we can honor the memory of our beloved lady. Do I go for a full year? Maybe he's testing me. Maybe like wants to see what kind of guy I am. And if I agree to just half a year, he will think that I'm not devout enough or something. Do as you see fair? Let's just... because I don't really care, to be honest, so... I could have them rejoice at my arrival instead. Okay, let them rejoice at my arrival instead. I am the new ruler of the Protectorate. Let my subjects rejoice at my arrival instead. Maybe I messed up. Your lordship, these are centuries-old traditions, sacred customs and rules. Do not forget who it is you serve, Urban drives them. If it is the rogue trader's wish to not have a mourning ceremony, then so be it. I feel bad, Actually, let's have some mourning. I forgot that Abelard liked Theodora. I just wish to be loved. Poor Abelard. Okay, I'm ready to see the governor. It's wobbling again. Come on, give me a stable camera angle. Oh, it's just getting worse. Ah, dear. There we go. Let's give her a full year. Let's pretend that we are like devout and proper. A full year of mourning. I will immediately give all necessary instructions, your lordship. He casually presses a few buttons on the cosy he built on his gold bracer. Esteemed Victormagos II, Lady Theodora was a strong leader, and we ought to follow her example. Let us lead on our wisdom and persevere in spite of this tragedy. Together! And let us carry on where she no longer can by leading the Valancius Protectorate to even greater prosperity. Dryson gives you a look of admiration. It seems that he is quite aware of your fame, and this opportunity to curry favor with such an eminent figure is one he does not wish to miss. Alas, it won't be an easy task to accomplish. Some time ago the astropaths of Dargonus flew into a rage, and they had to be subdued. We are gradually restoring our ability to speak with neighboring worlds. But the contacts are still weak, and the routes are tangled and no longer lead to the systems that their captains expect them to. Given that the vast majority of ships in the Dargonus Navy travel without relying on the services of navigators, without the engagement, the well-being of the Valancius dynasty and billions of its subjects is presently at risk. Met a ship from Dargonus not too long ago. The crew was transporting a strange artifact and went mad during the flight. I tried to get new covers for my phone, but there was a small little thing. It was for Galaxy 10 or Galaxy 10 Plus. What kind of covers did you try to get? This is a truly regrettable bit of news. What's more, even Dargonus has been forbidden for several cycles now. It seems that the Versarian family has once again failed in their primary responsibilities. He shoots Abelard a condescending look. We will investigate this at once, as well as the fact that the ship had to acquire a permit with the administrative seal. Does your nephew still serve at the administrative palace? The governor presses a number of buttons on the cogitator built in his brace and looks up at you in surprise. I don't understand. The ship did indeed depart from orbit, but it did so, if you can believe it, on the rogue trader's authorization. That is why no one dared to impede its departure. Lord Captain, it would seem that Conrad somehow got his hands on a copy of your authorization. Or perhaps even the original. A tool like that in the hands of a traitor does not bode well. LED covers that would show time and automatically close the screen by putting cover onto it. That sounds fancy. LED covers showing the time. I like that. Do you have a link or something for that? That sounds pretty cool. Conrad Voidveer, former Master of Whispers, is a heretic and a traitor. Has he shown his face on Dargonus? The governor pensively strokes his rings, glittering on his fingers. Lord Voidveer visited the capital some time ago, but he did not request a personal meeting. A heretic, you say? Now I see where all the whispering in the corridors has come from. I shall be frank with you, your lordship. Lady Theodora's sudden death was a blow to every one of us, and the absence of any sort of verifiable and complete information about her successor gives grounds to all manner of rumors and misinterpretations. Especially if someone is deliberately inciting unrest and discontent. Naturally, none would dare challenge you by accusing you of something as sacrilegious as murdering a rogue trader. However, Conrad Voitor was once a true boon to the Protectorate back in the day, and as such, some might heed his words. Let's see, dogmatic, iconoclast, heretical. Well, I am mostly dogmatic, but turning them all to servitors, just like that. Could go a bit iconoclast here, maybe. My subject's doubts are understandable. Too many things have changed in too short a span. I will prove myself worthy of my position. Why, Victor Gregors II, your desire is most commendable, but please do not forget. Rulers should never bow to their attendants, or some might see it as a show of weakness. What exactly do the Dargonus ability expect from me in light of the loss of roots and communication with the other worlds? We are all troubled by the fate of the agricultural Janus that supplied Dargonus and other planets with foodstuffs. Empty stomachs can drive even the mildest rebel to revolt. Furthermore, House Gaprak is perturbed by the loss of communication with the industrial world of Kava Gamma, which is in their charge. But if you wish to know my opinion, the world that deserves attention the most is the panel world, the Veabus 6, one of the key mining supplies in the Protectorate. Such intriguing concern for the Veabus 6 outpost. Does your house happen to own the extraction station there? Drive some speedy eyes widen in fear. Your lordship, I beg of you, do not interpret my words as an attempt to influence your decision in any way. You see, without Veabus 6, the manufacturers on your walls will need to make haste to find new supplies elsewhere and arrange for new shipments. And in these troubling times, they run the risk of delays and other most tragic mishaps. My only concern is for the prosperity of the Valancius dynasty. Yeah, sure it is. I've already visited the agricultural Janus. Governor Wyatt found herself facing a number of problems in my absence. Truly, the Wyatt line is one of the oldest in the Valancius Protectorate. If the inheritor of such well-respected blood could not handle whatever had befallen her, then the situation must have been extraordinary indeed. Which one do I use? Succumb to rushing the ruins. Pasqal was executed, no longer in charge of the world. Deliver Janus into more capable hands. Let's just be frank here. She succumbed to washing with the ruinous powers and was executed. Drives some pales in terror. It is clear from the unseemly grimace on its aristocratic countenance that this fear is not feigned. Ruinous powers! Truly horrifying news! I commend your resolve and unwavering severity. Death to the enemies of humanity. That does it for the pledge and the trade rows. What else? Xenos, your lordship. I don't rightly know where to begin. Other melted beasts are an uncommon sight in the Cronus expanse. They have been a menace to the worlds to the side of the Maw for decades, but now those abominations are on the rampage. They show no signs of fear as they attack ships, either damaging them to the point where they become unfit for transport duty, or outright gutting them. The combination of German weapons and mobile stuff, and the first time on German is way cheaper than in here. I'm not good with mobile things. Like, I buy a new phone every, I don't know, 5 years or so, when the old one breaks, and that's pretty much it, so long as my smartphone works, I'm happy. I also don't pay attention to, like, if it's the best and newest model from like the coolest branch or something. I just want something that functions. So I'm not the guy to ask that. I'm sorry. Only you have the power to stop this madness. We're in the process of restoring the astropathic choir of Dargonus. Luckily, we were forced to slay luckily we were forced? Okay. It's from her friend, really? Yeah, still. I can't really help you. Maybe someone else in chat, like, knows some good pages for mobile equipment, but certainly not me. Last time I actually looked for covers myself, they were all actually rather ugly and all had the same style, so on the ground and fixing would have played as much as getting a new phone. Phones nowadays, they just can't take any damage, man. Those Nokias back in the day, they were indestructible. Actually not quite, I actually managed to destroy a Nokia, but I put some force into it, let's be honest. Luckily, we were forced to slay only some of the deranged psychers. Although those that remain are as yet unable to transmit messages. I hope Master Skelender will keep his word and offer you his support in the war against the Xenos. According to his reports, the region of Vebus 6 has been of particular concern in the last few cycles. Which is all the more reason to discover the colony's fate as soon as possible. Him as his stupid mining world. Now to issues on a smaller scale. There's a certain degree of tension in the capital due to the unorthodox succession to the Sacred Warrant. Chances of uprisings are minimal, of course, and the spreading of rumors is nothing but a sign of weakness of mind and spirit. Nonetheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure until succession. What is to be done about them? My cousin tried all his might to destroy his phone back in the early 2000s, and he didn't manage. Let's see, eliminate the malcontents. Leave them be. Public purges. Or pay them off. So at least 2 years and then I got busted after many tosses at the wall. An antenna. Yeah, I destroyed my old Nokia phone in anger. Like I was pissed off. And I wanted to throw it on my bed. But my aim was off and it flew a little too high over the bed and into the wall. And it just shattered. So even the Nokia couldn't take a forceful throw against concrete. Do I just go public purge? Or do I go more like a surgeon? And go for the worst only? Unseemly discomposure. Let's try and be a bit more restrained about it. Commit the most prominent incompetence quietly, but do not threaten entire families. Hopefully these steps will be enough to keep the rest of them from causing any more trouble. Once your lordship's wrath descends upon the guilty, have no doubt. There won't be a soul on Dargonus willing to share their fate. And one last thing, your lordship. Your inauguration as bearer of the Sacred Warrant is but a matter of time. And I would like to inquire about one crucial detail. I imagine you are intending to uphold the centuries-old tradition, bolstered by an equally long-lasting friendship, of being represented on Dargonus by one of the noble houses. I presume that, as before, this duty will be accorded to House Driveston. Cover I try to get cost like 24 euros, while the real thing on my phone costs over 50. And that's on the German side, the cheaper one? A little blind of the lack of print. Yeah, greed can lead a man down dark and unfortunate paths. Which houses can represent me at the ceremony? Any of the noble houses located on Dargonus. The Driveston family, which I lead, the Gaprak family with long ties to the adeptus Mechanicus, the Sauerbecks, known for their piety and diligence of service. Perhaps we should also mention the Vasarians, who have some influence, but who are not actually of noble origin. Any of those houses will be honored to represent you at the ceremony. My friend bought this from originally from Germany. Yeah, we have the best stuff, man. Not only cars, but also phones. We are the leader in technology. No, we are not. I'm not sure if you've ever been to Germany, but Germany is actually quite far behind in terms of high tech a lot of the time. It's a sad state. Like one of the richest countries on the planet, and we are still in the digital stone age. Let's not rock the boat too much, let's just stick with traditions, have it be how drives them. I never doubted your lordship's decision. I can tell that the future holds a fruitful partnership for us, and prosperity for all Dargonus. I shall immediately relay it to all your orders, most gracious rogue trader. May the gold of the throne illuminate your path. Devote yourself and house drives them. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. My house is the oldest and most respected on Dargonus. My ancestors walked side by side with yours for many generations as they cared for this world's welfare. Our duty is to supervise the governing bodies with the systems subservient to you, and we are responsible for the Protectorate's logistics and economic stability. As for me personally, I am a humble servant of the God Emperor and a loyal subject of the Rogue Trader. And to my great pleasure, I had the honor of calling myself Lady Theodorus' close friend. At Urban's last words, Abelard lets us a sound that could be interpreted as either snort or cough. Urban gives him a look, which Abelard meets with an expression of utter nonchalance. These people who does music stuff, basically all this electronic stuff from Germany, is way cheaper. Interesting to know. But why is that? Why is electronics cheaper in Germany and so, or is it so expensive? Like, is it cheap in Germany or is it expensive in Finland? Like, which one is the outlier? Guitarist wants to get a new guitar, they go to a music store to test out guitars and get back home ordering from online. I often do it the other way, actually. I look online and then I order it in the store. Because if you don't support your local store, the local store will just not be there much longer. So remote compared to Germany. But still you're like in the EU and stuff, so shouldn't that make trade much easier? What is the ceremony for my inauguration? I'm afraid that until we deal with pressing issues, the ceremony will have to be postponed. Many trade routes are still unavailable. The central waters of the Valancius protectorate are going through a crisis. And the warp disturbances, if the void observers are to be believed, will prevent important guests from reaching the capital. Alright, so no ceremony, no festivities. That will be all, I take it. Thank you for your time, your lordship. Since duty calls, I shall take my leave. May the Emperor's grace be with you. See if there's anything new. There's nothing new. Okay, what do I have to do then? Opticon 22, footfall, also footfall. Okay, this apparently has been done. So we do have to do the mining thing after all, okay. Huh. We still have hundreds of kilometers of sea and land between us. Maybe I sometimes expect too much of a modern globalized world. Maybe I'm spoiled because I live in Germany, the central hub of Europe or something. I don't know. It's the only country I've ever really known. The only state of affairs I've ever really known. But I do really like that, like through you and Zebu and Sika and such, that I do get glimpses into like your country and your culture. Like that other day when you had that had your like the Independence Day celebrations and that handshaking thing with the president. Like for you it was like, ah, here we go again. But I found that quite cool to actually see that. And see how you celebrate things like that and such. Here we go again. Terrible news from Dargonus, Lord Captain. The subsidiary high city, Scipion 84249, has been destroyed in a series of cascading failures, an entire hive city. Production is halted, and millions of people have broken their vows of obedience and are fleeing. Many of them are perishing in the wastelands and overloading the transport lines leading to neighboring hives. The surrounding residential sectors are becoming increasingly agitated by the influx of refugees. What is the directive regarding the distribution of these refugees? Well, we're actually going to have a German princess or king, but we fucked up by losing the Great War. We aimed for the stars, and all we got was an asteroid strike. What is the cause of the catastrophe? It is still unclear. The noble houses are throwing the blame at one another. Agents of the venerable Achilles Galenda, stationed on Scipione 84249, have died heroically while trying to save the population from this disaster. Latest reports mention some vulnerabilities in the industrial sectors of the lower hive, but we'll go into further detail. Additionally, all of your servants are currently busy with investigating the causes of the crisis, but are not doing anything to deal with its consequences. What say, my advisors? The death of Achilles' agents troubles me. May not be a coincidence. Until the cause of the disaster can be concretely established, I would avoid letting refugees into other hives. There may be saboteurs among them. Recommend setting up prohibitive cordons where the refugees can be contained in the wastelands between the hives. The Emperor bids us to face the often cruel strokes of fate with dignity. If the other hives do not wish to accept the unfortunate victims of this tragedy, then let the victims themselves teach those living in the hives a lesson in resilience and humility. I am sure that the Ecclesiarchy will aid the refugees in constructing camps to survive out in the wastelands and establish a community of proud desert-dwelling martyrs. Such harsh conditions will be crucible of fortitude and fearlessness. This tragedy a feat of spirit. Friedrich Karl von Hessen. Behold, the King of Finland. He looks very much like a stuffy German aristocrat. Very, very much. Oh yeah. If they try to clone a Prussian officer in a laboratory or something, they couldn't get more Prussian than this guy. The noble houses are trying to wash their hands of this. How predictable. And yet, it is their duty to see to it that the planet meets its tithe obligation and brings glory and revenue to the treasury in your absence. Let the aristocrats take care of the refugees and make sure they don't stop until every last refugee has some task to fulfill. Okay, if I do that... I've got Blood of Scipione. 1 deflection and 3% hit chance. Uh-huh. Efficiency based on prayer, and critical damage with 50% increase. Uh-huh. Productive Cordons. Bane of Scipione. 2 momentum for each human enemy killed in battle and less security. I mean, like, hit chance and deflection is nice and all, but I think I do like this version. Bit more efficiency, they are taken care of by the church. And I get some less critical damage from enemies. He who dares to remain deaf to the pleas of the destitute shall be branded a traitor to the faith. Large labor settlements were set up around the ruins of Scipione 84249. To where the refugees from the wastelands and neighboring hives have been rounded up. In the harsh wastelands scorched with industrial poison, with only bare modicum of food and clean water, the settlement residents began the arduous and dangerous task of rebuilding their fallen home. Many of the Ecclesiarchy's priests sought to share in this burden with the poor souls, coming to the villages and preaching to them about the righteousness of hard work. Some pastors have even chosen to stay in the camps permanently, where the desert cults of Aconite martyrs have begun to gather around them, glorifying the Lord Captain for granting them the right to suffer for the glory of the God Emperor. Another planet! Nice. Another planet. Okay, lots of complacency. Dargonus. How are my colonies doing all in all? Okay, here I lack the resources to do more. Janus probably as well. Yep. Don't have the resources. Let's see Dargonus. Restoration, extension for the nobility emporium. A new hive city will establish on top of the ruins of Scipione 84249. Was chosen as a king on... Is that... You'd also do like day, month, year, right? So it's the 9th of October, 1918. He found on... Oh yeah, 1412, yeah. On December 14th, that he won't take the crown. Never set a foot on the soil. What happened to him afterwards? Did much like real people do. I've actually started like last year or so. I started doing it the other way around, like I would do year, month, day. Because at least on digital devices that makes much more sense. To sort your files in that order. Can I lose a bit of profit factor? I mean, I built an entire city, that makes sense. Buff all colonies though, get people. Palace stadiums will be constructed on top of the ruins of Scipione 84249 for the aristocracy. Then the dying will fertilize the gardens that will ring these pleasure chambers. 5 points to all their skills. I mean, that's nice. Profit factor, lots. Okay. The surviving spine of Scipione 84249 will be built in a space elevator. It will be kept by an emporium, except in those ships that are too heavy to land on the surface. Route cost. Whatever that is. Well, profit factor, security, chemicals. I get a bit of everything. Huh. Let's give the people another city, I say. Another city. There's a bunch of phlogiston there, right? Yeah, 4 phlogiston. Do you have some extractiums? Had to be title of Hessen from his brother at 1925. And died on 1940 to his war wounds that started to mess up his body decades later. But Hessen, if I am not mistaken, Hessen was not... was actually a republic at that time. So he didn't have much to inherit. If I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, I'm not sure, but... I think that Hessen was a Freistaat, so-called, so that it didn't have any nobles in charge. Never got the ruins on that world. I need to mark that down too. Ruins in Latotian's passage. Ruins. Okay, there's the mining station. I still have no idea where Kiava Gamma is. No idea at all. Could be anywhere. I've almost reached the one edge of the map. Okay, I can still visit the administratum on this planet. On Dargonus. Also true, let's get the phlogiston so at least that my capital world is fully mine. We got a few extractiums. So that's done. Okay, let's check this. Administratum. Not Jai. It's for her. It's for her side quest. Then let's not. At least not yet. Maybe later. I still haven't decided whether I will even help her or not. Still not sure. What I might do though is See if I can maybe win this space combat now that I have better equipment. Still a cruiser. But I have a stronger ship. I have a stronger ship. Not that much scrap left, but I have better armor, I have better shields. Not enough scrap for the next upgrade, okay. The Erfin and Wolfgang died without children, so it's nobody who would get the title as the most succession as planned. I'm sure that there's plenty of people who actually have figured that out. Figured that out years ago. There's always someone who, like, keeps track of such stuff. Even if it's like the second removed, distant step cousin of someone or something, there's someone is, like, on the top of the line. Let's see, we can win this. Last time they handed my ass to me quite badly. But last time my ship was like half as good. We had a king after all.
Hold fast. Our faith will be tested.
As I said, like the noble house and stuff, they keep track of all kinds of stuff, so they'll know. They'll definitely know. Okay, vulnerability scan, and it's starboard. So it's two small ships, those are the big problem, and one big ship, which is a big problem. A very big problem. Let's fire some torpedoes.
Torpedoes locked!
And the thing is that this has like double batteries on its side, so that's a lot of firepower. And it can craft fighters. And there's a lance. So maybe my best bet is actually to stay at a distance. Like go here. Try to perform some hit and run tactics or something. What about I go here? That's not quite good enough. But this perhaps too far. Where do I need to? How much coverage does it need to actually be able to target this? Just like this. Let's try. That's not far enough. But this works.
This one's going down.
Okay. Little damage on the shields there, but not terribly much. Not in range, not in range.
Time has come.
Is it as much distance as possible? Okay, happened to be the last grandchild of Queen Victoria, who was born when she was alive. She was just 4 years old when she died. He lived quite old, 92 years. Didn't get him on the thrones anyway. They have melter torpedoes. That was nasty last time I tried this fight. So many fires. Yep, and I'm in perfect position to eat that torpedo. There we go. Okay, starboard shield is low. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I've already lost. And I'm burning. And
We
there's
have
the...
lost the
yeah.
shield. Let us not lose our zeal.
I have no idea how to beat this thing. Let's see. Let's try one more autosave. I did one try. I did beat the cruiser down to half hit points actually. But I focused everything I had on it. Everything. Also has so much movement for such a big ship. 4 armor, 4 shield. Critical hit chance. I only have 15. He has... no, I have 5. He has 15. So at least he has a lower hit chance. It's an officer of AOK Lapland.
Unleash our
Let's
vengeful
put them
salvo.
here.
Lay in the
What's
course.
the AOK Lapland? That is not familiar to me. Ah, Mountaineers, okay. Gotcha. Starboard again. Here comes the paint train. I'm probably in range, right? Of course I'm in range. Oh, come on! At least a bunch of misses there. And burn. And the fighters can attack too. I hate this. Okay, torpedoes.
The target's void shield has been weakened.
Well, that was quite a good strike. For some reason it managed to destroy the shields on that side. I don't know how it managed that. Okay, let's blast them
Another
out of the
salvo.
void. Hopefully. Fuck. 45.
Fire the lance batteries.
Idea. New heading. And more range, so I can fire into the infidel.
Leave the hull strewn across the stars.
So they might flee now. Might. Then turn here and try another shot at that. Well, we got them. Restart shields next turn.
Set the course.
Okay. No! Fuck.
Know this tremor. Our shields are weakening.
Crap. And there's the next round. More fires, so I take up to 10 damage each round for a few more rounds. So the fire alone will kill me. Yeah, I don't know how to beat this thing. I have no idea, man. Like maybe once my ship has been upgraded like 5 more times and I have double the hull points and stuff like that, but right now, no chance. No chance. I would so much like to just destroy it. Why can't I get a cruiser of my own? Like a nice lunar cruiser or something. That would be kind of sweet. So we still have the ruins there in the Dead World. Do I do the ruins or explore up here? If I do the ruins, then at least I have this entire side done. So I think next time I'll do the ruins and then head up north again. How much does Mundus Nullius have in terms of resources? 2+ steel, that's not really worth it. The trickle of disturbing news came from navigating chambers over the last 2 days. Allegedly there was a vast shadow following the void ship through the depths of the Sea of Souls. Mere hours before emerging in real space, the vessel shattered. An identified Leviathan emerged from the roiling warp, wrapped its tentacles around the ship, and started squeezing, trying to crack the hull like an egg. Well, let's press on the navigator's talent. The ship's navigator engaged the warp monster in invisible combat by giving orders from a chamber. By following the Astronomican's guiding light and struggling against the mighty alien will seeking to break her at the same time, the guide managed to pry the void vessel from a nightmarish creature's grasp and execute an emergency translation to real space, with minimal losses among the crew and new insights into the nature of warp entities. Good. Very good. Lord Captain, as a report, we have received an astropathic message from Regent Aranto Ocelio. The navigators are concerned about the fate of Cassia, who disappeared from Uric 5. The Regent is requesting an update on her current status, and he is also required about the possibility of a personal meeting to negotiate and to arrange the return of the navigator to her house. But I need her. The psycho-emotional coding of the received message betrays acute concern, but it also contains something that the astropaths have failed to put into words. If you will excuse my forthrightness, I feel it is necessary to also tell you the truth. Otherwise, a conflict with the Navas nobility is possible, which, given the current state of the Cronus Expanse, will only play into the hands of the enemies of the Imperium. But how does anyone even learn that I have Cassia? I wish I knew, Lord Captain. This is troubling indeed. Perhaps we have a spy on board. Our regional Aranto is bluffing. In either case, I believe we should respond. Navigators are extremely powerful and useful allies to have. See, Humpa? Powerful and useful allies. Allies. Now let's just be honest here. Tell us Ocelio that Cassia is safe and that the rogue trader would be honored to meet in person. I'll see to it, Lord Captain. The astropaths will transmit your consent. Representatives for Ocelio will be waiting for you in the capital world Dargonus. Receiving members of the Navas nobility is always a delicate matter. Please make sure to discuss the details of this meeting with the Chancellor upon arrival. Well, that should be interesting, meeting the head honcho of the house even. Powerfully dangerous, shorter leash the better. I don't think that the navigators like any kind of leash on them. Not at all. Let's get the Animantian here. Dargonus is done with the restoration. Nice. So the only resource I completely lack is mechanisms and weapons. Everything else I have at least a bit from. Okay, so we got a new hive city. Let's see. Genetic mercy. The genetic purges will be stopped. This was in working hands. What genetic purges? I don't even know of anything about genetic purges. I got 4 times the people. Decree on diligence. I lose complacency, I gain efficiency, and I gain provisions 3 times. What does Dargonus even produce? People. Apparently. Lots of people. Janus. Yeah. Most of my stuff is actually produced on Janus. Okay, so the Curing Diligence gives me efficiency, more provisions, and I lose complacency, but they have plenty of that. It increases my profit factor by a little bit. Give me that production quotas do many laggards to being processed into corpse starch, which will encourage the most diligent servants. Oh dear. Disenfranchised will be servitorized or disposed of through hazard work. More efficiency, and I have people. Slaves will be secretly sold to the pirates of the Dargonus Expanse. I got a cannon. Medium range bots at macro cannons with fire 3 shots and 24 damage. But sending people to the pirates, nah. Nah. When a secret arcana goes with the lots, provided the rotator still is to guarantee its protection. I got an Elder weapon that I can't really use anyway, but I get profit factor a lot. Shield of the Emperor. More and more ships arrive in orbit around Dargonus. The agreement with the Navy allows the deployment of a permanent dock for void ships and repositories. Blocks another project. I use Prometheum and Plasteel, but I have plenty of that. I gain critical hit chance against pirates, that's quite nice. I get an armored frigate as an escort. I gain navy points, that's very good. Security and weapons. Or I reduce duties and customs, allowing the black market to flourish. To compete with footfall. I get more scrap and pirate points. No. We are loyal Imperial subjects. We will support the Navy. Obviously. Death to all pirate scum. Execute. 5,000 points for the Navy will be excellent to have. I leveled up. Okay, on this one actually I will take Idira one more time. Haven't taken her for a while. Let her prove her worth. But I'm not going to do the ruins tonight, I'm just going to land there. Maybe do some leveling up and then do that next time I play. That's, of course, again, the completely wrong formation. As always, they just can't keep it straight. There you go. Okay, Idira leveled up one more time. She gains a talent. So a bunch of favorites here. Rating 3 is still blocked. Touch of Fate. Okay, what do we have? Perception training, willpower training, and natural luck. Can she gain like more like side powers or something? Let's just give her willpower training. Fast and easy. Talent. Can attack with the second weapon their current weapon set in addition to the usual one attack per round. Suffers a penalty and is more expensive, but that's okay. Can he get more? Yeah, he can get psychic powers. A whole bunch still. Okay, let's see. Enemies adjacent suffer more damage. Armor increase. Gains lethality chance to deal max wounds more damage to an opening. Or dual weapon combat. Kinda like that actually. Gobbo emotes. Hey, that was kinda nice. Where do you get that? She has adaptability already. Got a random subgift. It's because the wildfire is cheaper. Burst attacks reduce dodge until the end of combat. Your weapon attacks are cheaper. 3 bonus to critical damage for every stack of versatility. Uh-huh. Critical hit chance is increased by ballistic skill bonus. Critical damage is increased. That could be quite nice for her. But I'm not sure I want to keep her on heavy weapons actually. I did level up quite a lot to get her heavy weapons, but she's so insanely strong, it's actually a bit lame. A little bit lame. But well, let's give her a critical hit chance and stuff, come on. What about you? We have the bulwark thing. When an attack made by an ally hits the vanguard for the first time in a round, the attack deals no damage. Also cancel burst attacks. Critical hits deal less damage to the vanguard. Let's go for unflinching. Here's the overcharge protocols. Melee weapons, Medicae Mechadendrite. Tech use better. Perception better. Melee attack stronger. Maybe I should give him some... or plasma weapon expert or stuff like that. Metal weapon expert. So plasma weapon could be good for him. Disambush, single shot attack on a mobile as a stun target. Catch effect. This target suffers a penalty with the armor and dodge. Catches difficulty tier. Plus 3% penalty with the armor and dodge. Armor reduction could be good. It's all perception based and he really sucks at perception. So that doesn't really work. Movement points, action points, melee. More armor penetration stacking. Okay, so we've got a bunch here. Plus weapon for just more damage. Each enemy affected by piercing shot has their armor reduced by 7 until the end of combat stacks. Calculated by ballistic skill, alright. Extra turn with half AP and MP. Armor is reduced. When the weapon scores a critical, the target's armor is reduced by 7 plus target's difficulty tier %. Why would I want Pierce and Ruin if I can get Pierce the armor, which just does more? Ah, wait, okay. Piercing shot. I think Pierce and Ruin sounds actually kind of nice. Let's give that to him. The talent for us. Move 1 cell. Frontline electricity bonus for combat attacks area by 1 until the end of combat. That could be quite good. Okay. Oakley dokley. Then let's do a save here. And continue this later in the week. Possibly on Friday or something. Because tomorrow I won't have the time. And on Thursday I won't have the time. Friday could be possible. Saturday could be possible. Sunday could be possible. So I just hope that you all had fun. I certainly did. Always love this game. And I hope to just see you all soon. So have a nice next few days. A nice continuation of the week. Not too stressful. And yeah, thank you all for being here. And thank you all for chatting. And keeping me some company. And I'll see you sometime later in the week. Bye bye.